birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, yeah. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. I'm feeling good.
We're here doing this.
Hang on, desktop needs to turn off. There we go. Welcome everybody.
You turned it on?
I have turned it on. It is
Oh,
on.
good man.
Yeah, I've turned us on. Hey. Oh, did I say that on live? I don't know. So this is season 18, folks, of the BSTV TCR Challenge Cup, season 18, week 2, and we are at Indianapolis Road for a sprint feature round of 20-minute race, little break. 40-minute race, mandatory pit stop, we think, in the second race, as in you can't do it without, so it ends up being mandatory. We've got a 28-degree temperature. There may be a chance of rain. I have no idea. I didn't look at the forecast. We will encounter that as we go. I am Pete Bingham. In the booth with me is Sir Alan of Toon. Good evening.
Evening, Pete. Evening, everybody.
Yeah.
Here we are in Indianapolis.
know, what a wonderful track this is. Absolutely stunning, and the road course is actually one of my favourite road layouts of any track, actually. It's never going to beat my Road Atlanta love. That is just too good. Sam Boozin's on there because he may and may not join as we go through the season, so I'm just going to leave that there just in case he turns up, and then it looks like I've done a fantastic thing when he does, and nobody questions it when I don't. When he doesn't, rather. Right, okay, so a few things to discuss. One of which is Pete's, or just realised, like right now just realised, that he's done a boo-boo. And the boo-boo is I've not set the pages, I don't think anyway, for the standings. Let's have a look at Pro a minute. Yeah, that's last season, right. Okay, so Pete's forgotten to do that, so I'll talk you through it from the last round because I can't do it without making the screen look silly. A few things to update you on right now, though. So,
Oh, yes.
we've got...
Oh, it's a lovely looking grid.
It's massive, actually, and I'm still talking about the grid. 33 cars deep we are tonight. Of a possible 39 signed up at the moment, with a couple more that say they're going to sign up in future weeks. As we see some of the Racing Forces cars go down pit road entry there because they need to practice that ready for the second race. Right, who is new? New. Let's go and have a look at some new drivers. This boy is new. An RD Simsport driver. Like, they didn't have enough successful drivers after winning that championship last year. This boy is called Chris Young. He is in the Honda. He is in the Pro-Am series at the minute because I know nothing about him or his I rating. So I've just chucked him in the middle there, and let's see how he performs. But looking at the speed he's got, 12th fastest in practice, I think that's pretty accurate, Alan. What are your thoughts?
Well, to be honest, Pete, you've got an absolutely amazing record of your instinctive alignment and placement of people coming into league. You really get it wrong. And,
Well, yeah.
and we know about these guys. These have given us some of the most exciting racing over the last
No,
season.
they have.
And
Yeah.
you know, so RD, if it's got RD on the car, it's a bit like Impulse or something, isn't it? It's almost like a guarantee of quality.
Yeah, it really is. Good evening to Silas, who is shouting for Stefan, who's not on track at the minute, but he will feature because he always does. He's such he's part of the furniture here at BSTV. Good evening to Georges Schumacher, who is a Cutting Corny fan, because I can tell by there's a big pink hand next to his little message. And then Tommy Battelle, who is always on the chat. Good evening to you as well. And don't forget,
You know, it's great, isn't it? Isn't it great that people get in? Isn't it great that people have got this support for the teams?
Oh yeah,
I love it that people, the
sensational.
teams have got supporters. It's great, isn't it? You know, people come here and they're watching their teams. It's a lot of loyalty and a lot of enthusiasm and energy in a really positive way. I think it's great.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. It is fantastic. Someone who's rejoined us, he's in the pits, I think, at the minute. Oh, he's moving down the pits, actually. You'll recognise the paint. He was going to sit the season out.
It's
so
Jason.
It's Jason. Jason Kylie Haddington has returned.
That's great.
It is fantastic. He's another one that it is and should always be part of the furniture. He is such a fantastic guy.
We love our Kylie.
Yeah, too right. He's not been spinning around enough.
Well, it's probably got sick of being dizzy all the time.
Well, yeah. So who else do we need to talk about? Because there's loads of people in here tonight. Sam Blease is currently topping the timing tower, but Daniel Mills is second fastest at the minute in practice. I wonder if he can do that in the qualifying session. But look who he's sat with. He's sat with Sam Blease, Naveed, Stephen Walker, our current reigning champion, Miguel, Pete Newman, Simon Trundle. He's in some good company, isn't he, really?
He certainly is. Well, didn't you move him from Pro-Am?
I did, yeah. Oh,
I mean, he
why
looks
has he still got a
very
green
settled
banner?
in the blue, doesn't
I know,
he? He does
hang
look
on.
settled in that blue.
Yeah, why is
He
he?
does.
Hang
Looks
on.
very comfortable sitting there, doesn't he, in second place
Very
at the moment.
much. I think I've made a boo-boo there. I think his banner's wrong. Just give me a minute. I'll see if I can sort that out. Where is he on
You've
my
got the
little
mighty
sheet?
banner mover.
I have a mighty banner mover, yeah.
Look at this track, Pete. Look at the size of that. Oh, isn't that a beautiful sight? Look at all the
Well,
room the guys have got.
it means there's a whole load of drafting going on. Right, let me do this. I need to go
We've got
see
some
here.
serious straights here, folks.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of draft opportunity, let's say. I need to do this a minute, and I need to do this, and I need to do this, I need to do this. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background, folks. It's astonishing. It really is. And if I can get it done now, it means that I don't have to ruin the race by putting up a strange screen. Yes and no. All right, that's done that. And then I need to do, what do I need to do now? I need to go here. No, not that. I need to go here, and then I need to, what is he driving? He's driving a Honda, isn't he? Yeah. Right, let's go over here. And then this is, if you could see what was happening now, folks, you'd think, wow, Pete must work for, like, NASA or
IBM.
something. IBM, let's go with IBM. But no, my wage isn't that good. What's his car number? Anybody? Mills. Where's Mills? There. 225. So it's this car. And yes, I do want to replace the file. Okay, right, and then if I now go here and do this, there we go, and then go up here and do this, and then do that. Oh, look at that, that worked. Right, and then I go back down here. So Pete's brain has decided to abandon him for a moment, and then if I come back now, and the banner is blue. Oh my god! It's like I've been taught how to do it. Right, so that's that. And oh, there's a grey car going down there. We'll just do this instead. And
It's
ignore
Miguel
that.
popping into the limelight and
It was. Oh, there it's just changed
unseating
colour.
Mr. Mills.
Yeah. So let's talk
These
about.
moments. So, what did you do to Mr. Mills's car? Can we see it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because
Mr.
everybody's
Mills.
all full of bated breath anticipation for
So
what you did.
the green banner has now changed to blue.
Yay!
Yay! Excellent stuff. Good evening to Roger Morton. Why are you not racing, Roger? Why is Roger not racing? Is he still broken?
Don't know.
No, was it him that was broken? I don't know.
It was at one time. I don't know why he's not racing, because he's not doing the Mazdas this season, so he can concentrate on this. There must be some reason.
Right. Tommy Battel is clearly listening to some other broadcast because he says, listen to you guys while at work. It's a great broadcast and a time killer. Cheers. Time killer. I thought this would be like glacial.
That's cool.
But never mind. We'll go with that, yeah.
What's the time killer exactly? Is that a good or a bad thing?
I don't know. It's killing, so that must be bad, right? Killing is bad. So they say on the news. You know, Fred West. That wasn't good, was it?
But
You know.
I think that's a very nice message. I'm sure he meant well. And
Roger Morton says he's in hospital having a baby.
oh, Roger! Oh, I was just going to say, I nearly made a joke about Leanne.
Oh, did you?
Yes,
Who's Leanne?
because I've been waiting. Well, I've been feeling this sense of anticipation for the last few days.
Oh, okay, right. Yep. Apparently he's pregnant. I just thought he was fat. Apparently he's having a
goodness me.
child. You know, it's the modern world.
Well, I
isn't
think it would
Men
be
having children.
via Leanne, his wife.
Oh, now it makes sense. See, this is why you're here, Alan. To save me from embarrassment. Right.
Well, yes. I mean,
He says it's hard work, all the waiting. Yes, I'm sure.
Yes.
And your 30 seconds of current contribution to the situation is probably well respected somewhere at some point in time. That was including pizza and cigarette, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'm touching wood. I'm hoping everything goes well.
Do not touch your wood. This is not that sort of program.
Goodness.
Right.
Oh,
Makes day go,
they're
makes day go
people.
faster. A time killer, apparently. Right. Let's talk about the standings. Let's talk about the
see, I
standings.
told you it was a good thing.
Yes. So Miguel Freitas is leading the championship. It's not on your screens, folks. You just have to believe me. Imagine that you're looking at the normal screen that I present. He has 236 points. He is chased doggedly by Stephen Walker, Lucky Wookie Walker, who can't win unless he's lucky, who is 10 points behind him on 226. Right, let's find a camera. There's Naveed. Daniel Mills is on 183 in third position, so he's got a little bit of work to do. 43 points behind Stephen Walker, but he's fast in this session, so that could all turn out to be nice. And then rounding out the top 5 are Sam Blees and Simon Trendle. Very familiar names, Alan, aren't they?
Yes, and very familiar pace.
Very familiar pace. Absolutely right. It was a bit hissy-missy last time because if it rained at the beginning of the session. So if you haven't seen that, it's worth a watch because that is exactly how the rain is supposed to work. In the Pro-Am, Carl Hardy is leading the championship by 19 points over Kasper Smirnoff, who had a fantastic race week last time, if you remember, Alan.
He did, but so did Carl.
No, he did. Yeah, Carl had a great week. It was quiet week for him.
That's
Week.
quite a battle brewing up there, I think.
It is, yeah. Let's see who's piling out of pit road. Here comes everybody, by the way, because they all do this. Silas, there is Stefan, so you can have a good look at that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Motor in motion,
Isn't it
folks.
just? It's really nice to see everybody like. Some people in like officials, they sit out qualifying, don't they, and things like that. Not so here. Qualifying for this first race in particular is very important. There's Kasper Smirnoff. Second in the championship at the moment is Carl Hardy in the session.
Yes.
Yes, he is. He's here. There he is. I always want to look for him in a safeguard colour. I don't know why. Right, so Martin Shirley is third. Pete Van Gool is fourth. And Jura Larkinen is fifth. Where's Jura? He's now in Racing Forces colours. Where's Jura? Jura, where are you? Can't find him now. I know he's in there because I've seen him. Larkinen. Oh, he's not on the track. That's why I can't find him. Right.
Look, they're doing that fancy warming the tyres.
I know. It looks so professional, doesn't it? I wonder if it
It
works.
looks amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I've tried doing that, but it all inevitably ends up with, me parked into a wall.
Well, yeah, and same for me, funnily enough. Right, so there's some Geo cars out in force. Right, David Ayres leads the AM Championship on 166 points. His lead is only 6 points over Anthony Hamilton, who had a rip-roaring week last time out. Yeah. What did I say?
Hamilton.
Did I? He's a famous person. No, Anthony Hilton. Not Hamilton. Hilton. I don't know. I just do strange things with names. Everybody knows this to be true. I don't know. Nobody needs to be surprised by
It's
that.
one of your characteristics that's charming and sweet.
Is it? Is it though? Is it?
Yes.
I just,
With the
Daniel
English language.
Daniel Lewis. See, this is what happens in my head, right? I see the words Daniel Lewis. It's a real name. It's his name. He's 2 points behind Anthony Hilton, not Hamilton. On 158. Anthony is on 160. I see Daniel Lewis, and my brain says Daniel Day-Lewis. Famous actor.
Yeah, well, it's
hard
it
not.
does that kind of thing. It's word association football.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and my brain can't resist, so it says the whole thing
Yeah.
normally, and that's
Yeah.
what you guys get. So I'm not going to apologise for it because I'm not in control of it.
We're all victims of these things.
I know.
Point being, in that amateur thing,
Yeah.
it's likely to be pretty close and Titanic struggle.
I haven't finished yet. So Arnaud Chenonnier is in fourth, and he is only 11 points behind Daniel Lewis. And Max Nevinciani, I've just butchered your name again. Max, where's Max? Let's go and find Max on the track. Max. I know you're here. I've seen your name already. Max, I can't find you. I hate it when I can't find people, and I know they're there. He's definitely here. He's on 146 points, 1 point behind fourth place. So your statement that it's going to be close is more right than you could ever know.
Yes, well, no,
Found him. There he
I
is.
just think it is
Light that
like,
paint.
ooh,
Yeah, it's nice.
Yes.
Yeah,
distinctive.
very asymmetric. I like
I
it.
do think it's going to be tight down there. It was before, and we've got new drivers in, and very exciting because this is what the drivers want. They want nice, exciting races, and they've got competition at every level in this league now. Really,
Yeah.
serious competition.
Do you know what I like about the league at the minute? In a lot of leagues, and we've had them in our leagues before, there's some people who, if they don't win, or they're not likely to win the championship in the first 3 races, or first 3 race weeks, you never see them again. In this league, this particular one, TCRs, everybody stays. In fact, the V8s currently is exactly the same. Everybody stays for the whole season. All right, they can't do every race, and that's to be accepted, right? Because real life kicks in, holidays kick in, schools kick in for people with children, all that sort of stuff. People have to work away from home, as I will next week. So, you know, those are accepted things, but the core of the championship remains the same. And we've just got a 34th racer sign in.
Oh.
I'm not joking, he's literally signed in now. And that is Sam Smith from iRace Esports.
Yay!
Yay! So we're going to have a nice, busy Indianapolis track. I mean, you can see it there in the top right corner, folks. We're going to go on board with Simon Trendell. I've just made up his name in a different way. And we're going to go on board with him. Where is he on track at the minute? He's quite near to the start of the lap. So we're going to stay with him. Like I said, we may get rain. We may get rain in any race, right? That's what the whole point of having weather on is. But I don't know what it does at Indianapolis. I don't know. But we'll go on a lap with Simon once he makes his way round. What are your thoughts on this track? You must have raced this a few times, the road
It's a lovely room track, and it gives people room to race. Like you said, this draft, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's draft forever. But, yes, it keeps the racers clever and keeps them really tight. So,
Yeah, it does.
as far as, I mean, in my experience, all the races that I've had here have been good. I mean, exciting and fun races because there's plenty of room and people can demonstrate their evident skills.
Yeah, and I contributed to, I'm not going to say I was any good, but I contributed to one of my most enjoyable races ever on this track, but I'll talk about that later, as Simon Trendell, multiple previous champion, starts his lap. So down here into turn one we go. It is a very heavy braking zone. You've got a 90-degree turn followed by a 90-degree turn. So we go right then left. You can take a little bit of the curb on both sides. You can take much more of the second phase, this one, much more of that. And then you go right round to the right again, not quite 90 degrees. It kind of straightens out before it hits that. Then you got a very sharp right-hander, and then a little chicane, which is coming up. Makes for a bit of a technical run here. Although, looking at that, it's less technical than it used to be. That's lots and lots of curb. Then you're on the back straight here, heading towards another 90-degree turn. A lot of these infield sections of oval tracks are like this. Even Daytona is similar. Avoid that curb because it kicks you right out to the side. But this one, be very, very greedy with. Same with this one. They've even made the rumble strip a greedy rumble strip. This one is no different. And you can maintain speed through there, get it run out to the... This is a perfect lap. Oh my god, this is good. Keep to the inside and then let it run right to the railings or the wall, because you're going to turn right very sharply, but try and maintain your speed. And then you've got a left-hander, which is probably one of the most sharp on the track. That was very nicely controlled there. And then you've got this everlasting right-hander. You're running the revs out, trying to grab as much of a gear as you can, and then he's on a good lap because he's gone to the wall. You know they're on a good lap when they've gone to the wall. Let's see what he does with this. Does he move up at all? No, he's not. He's in 11th at the moment. That looked like a good clean lap. So
very tidy though, very tidy.
It was very tidy. He'd probably come out again for this. This is a heat race, folks, so once that timer in the top left of your screen runs to 15 minutes, it will chin everybody out of the session. It's not like a standard qualifying session in a normal race where it'll run to the end of the longest lap timing. This one will just stop. And then we go into our 20-minute sprint race. So, a lovely lap from Simon. He'll have probably hoped for a faster lap, but that's beside the point. Right, let's see.
It's a big lap, Pete.
Yeah.
It's a gigantic, humongous place.
Yeah.
There's going to be, but you see the space, and you've got those lovely braking zones, but you didn't brake because you didn't wash any speed off.
No, I know. We're going to try and use as many of the wonderful cameras as we can tonight. I do have to concede that you were right about how I've graded the people. When you look at the timing tower there, nearly all the blues are together, nearly all the greens are together, and nearly all the oranges are together. So I must have inadvertently done something quite right.
Oh, you got it right. from the first. You've got obviously a great instinct for that stuff. And also, you did that was a lovely lap that you did. But it was your talking over it that made it really interesting as well. It was beautifully done because it's a big lap and clearly know it very well. I thought it was very slick of you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. If you want any education on how to run laps, folks, then we have a semi-resident, knowledgeable person in the form of Jay Corley. He's not registered for this season. Doesn't mean he is not part of the BSTV community. Go and find his channel on YouTube. He does laps for everybody, so that everybody gets familiar with the lap setups, which turning points, how much curb to take, etc. He is a fundamentally brilliant person, and he's so lovely to interview. Shame he's not with us this season, but he's got other things on, so we wish him all the best for his other things, and hopefully he'll return to us in the not too distant future. He's brilliant, isn't he? He's
a very nice young man.
Yeah.
The kind of person you want in iRacing, and the kind of person you're meeting iRacing.
Absolutely,
frankly.
yeah. We've got quite a lot of them in this league, nearly every one of them, to be fair. Jenny Sandman, good evening. She's another Cutting Corny fan. There's more pink hands knocking about. Whoop whoop, says Jenny. And hi, George. All swerving apart from Carl. It's like watching Kimi Räikkönen, says Roger Morton. Times are close, he says as well, and he's not that wrong actually. 1 second, what does that cover? The first 18 cars.
18.
My God. This league has become something special. When you can have...
We've got a bit more elbow room this week, Pete.
That's true. That's
kicked
true.
off last week. I mean, it was pretty much the opposite of this place, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Under 1 minute laps.
Yeah, and hopefully...
At least we've got a bit of elbow room this week.
Yeah, 1 minute 33, it gives you a bit more time, doesn't it? Kasper Smirnov, hopefully he gets in the top 5 again, because that means he comes into the interview room and he's brilliant to interview. He's one of the funniest guys that we've interviewed for me.
Sam's put in a good one, so the 33s.
Yes. Yeah.
Good lap.
There he is on track at the minute. He's got one of the Racing Forces, Hydro Race Racing Forces cars behind him. This is a Hydro Race geodesic car. Not the white team. He's got black wheels, so he's part of the Hydro Race geodesic racing team. The white team, Stephen Walker, is sporting the white wheels. That's how you differentiate this season. He is sporting the one board. He is our current reigning champion. Ignore any of the nonsense that he says. Nice little wiggle. Thank you, Stephen. Ignore all the nonsense that he talks about being lucky. There is nothing lucky in this boy at all. It's all skill, isn't it, Alan?
Yes, he's a very talented driver and, all round lovely guy.
Yeah, absolutely. And his brother T is in here. He's currently timed at 22nd. We'll have a look at him in a minute. But Stephen has the blue board with the yellow writing. That denotes a pro driver and an ex-previous or current champion of the series. If we look at Jamie Jeffrey, if I can get closer to Jamie Jeffrey, as everybody wants to.
Jamie.
Yeah, he's sporting
in the pits.
Yeah, blue boards and white writing. That means he is a pro driver.
You need
nice.
to take supplies for the trip down the pit lane.
Yeah, a sandwich at least, otherwise you'll starve to death by the end of it. So yeah, white writing on his number boards and banner means he is not a previous champion, but he is a pro. Kasper Smirnov, who we're going to look at now, green boards, white writing. That means he is a pro-am driver who has not won the championship before. I can't.
Neat now.
Well, yeah. And then
Goodness me, they've got some tidy lines out there, Pete.
They
These
have,
guys are driving some tidy lines, aren't they?
yeah, definitely. And then Chris Dixon is sporting.
Oh.
Well, he's kind of doing off track at the minute. He is sporting orange boards with black writing. That means he is an AM driver, a different championship again. Sam Smith was the last car to join. I love this paint. I think it's mint. It's very 1970s, I'd say. It's got that. I don't know.
Oh,
It's just really nice.
1970s.
Or 1980s maybe. It's retro-y, isn't it? I like it.
yeah.
And then we got T.
It reminds me of a cereal packet.
Yeah, actually,
I'm
yeah.
surprised it's got Kellogg's written on it.
Yeah, some free advertising for Kellogg's. So Hydra Racing Forces have roped in a very handy driver in the form of Tony Walker, the most handsome of the Walker brothers. He got some of the luck, and Stephen got the rest of it.
It's funny, funny not to see him in a Spectre 6 car.
Isn't it? It's funny not to see Spectre 6 in the league this season, but there you go. That's just part of the treatment. So we're getting towards that 7 seconds to go, folks. If you're not on a lap now, you're done, because the timer's going to run out on you and you're going to be disappointed. There you go. Yes, it is. It is. Right. We are going to get set for our first... evening to Gary Walsh. Good evening, people. Hope you're all good. We are very good. Hope you are too. I hope you enjoy this, because this is going to be quite a spectacle. We're going to find somebody on the grid. Unfortunately, it's flashy David Ayres, who is going to get his eyes poked out. Oh, that's a good view, though, isn't it? You can't flash his rear lights.
Well, we're all,
Sucker. Oh, right. Yeah.
we're all excited about Roger tonight.
Yeah, just extended grid in. Let's go to... I was getting carried away there. Right, your grid for this evening is... I'm going to do names only, because there's 34 of them. Sam Blees will go off first. Ex-previous champion. Yellow number in the corner there. There you go. Pete Newman off second. That's really good. Oh, no, the camera's changed. Now we can see David Ayres. Damn it. Daniel Mills. Dan Mills goes off third, and well-deserved. Can I change this camera? Oh, look at that. Right, Naveed Hussain goes off fourth. Fifth will be Miguel Freitas. Stephen Walker will go off sixth. Jamie Jeffrey off seventh. Alex Sedlano later off eighth. Jamie Jeffrey, by the way, I don't think has ever raced this track before. Casper Smirnoff off 9th, Martin Shirley off 10th, Simon Trundle 11th, Carl Hardy off 12th, 13th will be Stefan, Pete Van Gool, PVG will go off 14th, 15th will be Jamie Wilson, Matt Flannery off 16th, 17th will be Daniel Mills, Rene Earhart, thought we'd see him a bit further north, 18th, 19th will be Chris Young, 20th will be JB Dijou, 21st will be Demis Tikjalar, Tony Walker will go off 22nd, Chris Needham off 23rd, Anthony Hilton off 24th, 25th will be Jura Larkinen, 26th will be Max Nevin Chaney, Sam Smith goes off 27th, Arno Shinonier off 28th, David Ayres, flashy himself, goes off 29th, Darrell Wright goes off 30th, Jason Haddington, Kylie himself goes off 31st, 32nd Chris Dixon, 33rd Andrew Littler, and 34th Fiona Siddons brings up the rear of the field this evening. Let's go and do something else. David Ayres, how is your finger not worn out? We're waiting, as ever we do, for Sam Blees. There he is. Right, can I get a better camera? Can I better get yeah, that's a better camera. Can Pete Newman?
Look at
yes,
that.
Look at that.
Goodness me. Look at you around the corner, Pete.
I'm
glorious.
I'm already round the bend. Right. Let's go Mills.
Well, guys, wishing you well.
RD Simsport.
Good race.
Lights are coming on. And we are go at Indianapolis. That was a good start from everybody. Maybe not from Pete Newman. He seems to have bogged and has been mugged by at least 3 drivers as we head towards turn 1 here.
Yeah, critical starting.
Yeah.
This race is absolutely critical.
It's hard to get back through the field, isn't it? Oh, there's something going on back here. Look. Oh, there's a crowd. Oh!
Well, you
Chris
saw.
Needham round.
Oh, Chris has gone off.
Yeah.
Quick spin. Shouldn't be any damage to his car. Should be getting back rejoining.
Yeah,
us,
that was
not helpful.
No, that was a bit of bunching, wasn't it? Really. Right. So there's...
I'm sure that'll settle out quickly, but of course the times are so close, Pete.
I know.
These guys, you know, they're all good drivers, and they're. I don't think they're going to, with the tow that we've got here. I can see this group staying together a long, long time.
Yeah, me too. So a bit of shuffling.
Second, was it? Second covered 18 cars.
Yeah, that's right. 18 cars covered by just 1 second in practice. Darrell Wright, where are you? There. Bit of connection issue maybe. Chris Needham trying to get back on the back of the field there. Daniel Lewis in SRL League colours.
Nice paint.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? I like that.
Yeah.
We used to get Dan racing that, didn't we? Racing those colours, obviously. Dan Mould, that is.
Lovely colours.
Big shout out to Dan Mould and the SRL League. I'm currently plugging the ATC League, as you saw the video that embarrasses my video. which is a league from America where they have 60 car grids. They are fully subscribed, but I'm sure there's a waiting list somewhere for you if you really wanted to race in that time slot. Please do, because I've watched the 3 races that we've had so far, it may even be 4 and I've missed one, and they've all been ridiculously good, very professionally done, much better than what I can achieve. Right, so Miguel, Miguel, oh, what a save.
Oh, what a piece of car control that was.
Save of the century.
That's
Oh,
class.
no it wasn't.
Oh my
where
word,
you
now
going?
it's just been dumped by Pete. Oh, that's damage. Oh no.
There's a rear windscreen, free to a good home.
Oh,
That's a beach buggy now, look.
oh goodness.
so-
It's got his innards showing there, Pete. That's a bit distressing.
Everywhere I put the camera, something bad happens. Right.
Oh, can you point up at the sky and we'll just tell everybody what's happening?
Yeah, I think I might have
Yeah.
to. Right, so there is some other shuffling going on. That's an overtake there from Matt Flannery over Jura Larkin, I think it was. Or was it T getting past Matt Flannery? I can't tell. Miguel struggling to keep the car on the track in the background there because he's got no rear wing or anything. Sam
There's an
Smith.
awful lot of side by side going. This
That's a different route round that corner. Where's Arnaud Chenonnier gone?
Goodness me.
Oh.
It is Arno. Oh.
Yeah. Chris Needham thought he was last, and then he's gone, all right then, I won't be last then, yeah? Right, so this is, let me get you a track map up, folks, and a battle box, because it's 4 for the first place at the minute with Navid chasing down his own teammate. So I don't think there's going to be a great deal of pressure applied. What are your thoughts, Alan? Do you reckon Navid's going to take it to Sam? I don't think he will just yet, do you? Actually,
Can he take it to Sam?
well, yeah.
The draft is going to help, but it's not going to be easy to get past Sam because he won't want to give this race up now.
No, he won't.
He'll defend as hard as he can, and that's a considerable task to get by him, even with the help of this tow. So
Although,
it's going to be a fearsome struggle. There's no doubt about it. These are talented drivers.
you would think
and
that
you just never know what's going to happen.
no, you would think that Audi was going to be mighty, though, wouldn't you? Because that's what Audi does.
Yes,
it launches
down the
out of
straight,
corners and
yes.
munches up tarmac. So
You'd think it would be have a pace advantage down the straight.
yeah, definitely.
But we might see that develop, Pete. We haven't. I mean, it's only just starting to get a few gaps now.
Yeah, Cutting Corny fans, wash your eyeballs. Here's Renee. Dietmar couldn't join us tonight. He's got some sort of problem with his internet, which is disappointing for us.
Yeah, poor man.
Miguel has just rejoined the race after getting his car repaired. I think he'll probably agree that might have been self-inflicted. But we'll have another look at it in a minute and see what we... In fact, we'll do it. I've got to find the right one first, haven't I? Because it happened a little while ago. Right, let's have a look at this. This is the incident. Oh, no, it's not. This is after the incident. Right, forget it. Forget it. I'll try and find the right one. There might be this one. I think he's been off track a few times because he had no rear axle. There we go. This is it. This is it.
Disappointing.
So there's that one.
So
Save.
he did a brilliant save there.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Big
And then
high
there's
five.
There, look.
Oh, it was a nothing
that was
contact.
just the pure racing incident.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It just rained down devastation on Paul Miguel.
Yeah. But
Wow.
he's one of those drivers, as Jamie Wilson's putting mega pressure on Casper, and he's going to make a lovely overtake here. Look at this. Or is he? Ah.
Whoa.
Nice try, though. Gets back in line.
Well,
That was
we
nice.
get to see and enjoy the skill of these guys week in, week out.
I know.
And they're breathtaking drivers.
Nice.
All right.
Nice driving that
Fantastic.
from both of them.
Yeah.
Kylie's gone to pit road after whatever happened to him. Let me get back on the track. There we go. Tony Walker's been off track, but not for long. We're going to go and look at the very front because it's kind of as it was. With Daniel Mills, I mean, hats off to you. You are in third place. You've got Pete Newman, reigning champion Stephen Walker, Alex Lado, Jamie Jeffrey, and previous champion Simon Trendle behind you. No pressure. In that RD Simsport car, which Tony Battelle is busy shouting for at the minute. Jamie Wilson's got that done over Kasper Smirnoff. Or has he? Oh, that was a little bit of a nudge there from Carl Hardy. Clearly the weight of the pies stopped his brakes from working quite as effectively as they should. Something going on behind there with JB going mega wide for a minute. But it seemed to work out for him as Stefan comes through on Renee. So maybe it was Renee that had the incident there, or a slowdown maybe? What do you reckon? Oh, he's pulled over and he's letting Dan Lewis go here.
Oh, so there's something.
So I think that was a slowdown.
Yeah.
For a bit of a cut corner. I don't think
Could
it's...
well be. There's been a few around the slowdowns. I think they've tightened up the tracks, a few of the tracks, haven't they?
They have, yeah.
Incurring a few of the old dreadful slowdowns, and they really are punitive now.
Yeah. Chris Dixon getting that corner wrong and having a bit of a fight here with Fee. With Sam
And
Smith.
there's Sam wanting to nip through it, and
He's done...
Sam will pick the bones out of this
Yeah, and he's
quite happily.
2 in 1 corner, maybe. No, 2 in 2 corners, actually. Nicely done, though. Lovely lines through there from Sam Smith. That's nice. Let's move forward, because... and Jamie has been overtaken again by Casper. Right, let's see how this happened, because I thought that was a done deal.
Oh, look at this.
So this is Jamie on
What's going on here?
Casper get... Oh, right.
Oh!
We've already seen that bit live. It's the next bit that shot me. Oh, right, so Jamie never did
It wasn't
actually
any
get
better
through.
the second time, Pete.
No, it wasn't, no. Okay. I thought Jamie had got through, that's all, but never mind. He's now been overtaken by Carl Hardy. So that pie-powered Honda Civic is doing all right. Demis Tigchalar moving backwards, is he? Chris Young getting through on him. Maybe that'll be a slowdown for Chris Young. That was a whole load of curb. I'd be surprised if he gets away with that one.
Oh, dear.
Oh, and... Oh, no, what's happened here? So, something's happened between Jamie and Carl that's resulted in Jamie being on the turf. So Jamie down the inside. Bit of squirrely. Ding. Oh, right, okay. The behaviour of that car was such that I think Jamie said, no, keep going, that was my fault. Because Carl's usually one of the first people to just stop the car and let people go if he thinks he's done something naughty. We'll see, though. Right, so at the front, no change at the minute, Alan. Sam Blees over Navid, over Dan, over Pete, over Stephen.
Yes, and everybody's waiting for a mistake.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because are you going to get past these guys?
I
They're
know.
all like that stuff off a stick.
SH1T, I think you spell that, don't you?
And it's going to be very hard to get past.
Yeah, it is. Simon Trendle hunting down another Elantra in the form of Jamie Jeffrey. And then in front of them, they've got Alex Savallano-Lado in a Veloster. Then we've got a Civic. Navid!
Oh!
Navid's gone straight on. Right, we'll have a look at
I wasn't
that.
expecting that.
No, he definitely was
He
not.
missed his braking.
Yeah, I think he must have. Because he's nowhere near Sam Blees. So I think he's been foxed here. Yeah, definitely. Oh my god, and he's bailed. Yeah. I mean, you've got to salute him. That is amazing car control, because I would have just ploughed straight into the back of that car, yeah.
Fantastic.
I mean, yeah, sympathies to Navid. Got that only a tiny bit wrong, but enough. Jason Haddington, sadly, in the pits for a longer time than he was probably wanting. Let's have a look and see what happened to Jason. If I can find what happened to Jason.
Oh, but I don't want Jason in the pits.
No, I can't find an incident, which is odd. I mean, there must have been one. Jason Haddington passes Darrell. Right, fine. It sounds like he's doing all right at that point in the race. Right, who's close at the minute? Right, Daniel Mills is getting Pete Newman for company. Jason Haddington, here we go. Entered pit lane, but there's no incident before he's entered pit lane. I don't understand what's going on.
But no, beats us. But
I wonder if he's
don't wanna
damaged
see,
on the way
don't
in.
want to see Carly in the pits. I don't.
No, I don't either. So he's ailing. Oh no, he's just driven.
Oh.
That car looks perfect. That car looks absolutely immaculate. Maybe it's technical. Oh no, look at the right front. Right front's knackered.
Yeah, the right front is done his suspension.
But there's no event on my tracker, so I can't actually find out what
sack
happened
that
anyway.
tracker.
Yeah,
Get a
totally.
better tracker. You should have got a Navajo. I told you. You should
Yeah.
have picked an Iroquois.
Yeah.
They don't know anything about tracking.
No, they don't. No. Right, so at the front here.
They're getting as daft as me, mate.
Oh, well, absolutely. This is a BSTV broadcast. Daftness is what makes us.
Well, I've got to say, this is brewing up at the front. We've got
It
five
is.
cars just starting to get juicy with each other.
Yeah, Sam Blease now has no protection. I don't mean he needs some Durex or anything like that. I mean, he's not got Navid as a rear gunner. So he may be exposed to the likes of Daniel Mills and Pete Newman. And definitely to Stephen Walker, because we know how rapid he is.
Stephen is very dangerous, and
Yes.
he's an absolute monster at getting by people. He
And-
gets through gaps that aren't there.
Yeah, and with all those rabbit's feet and four-leaf clovers in the car, you know your time is up, really, isn't it? You know, Navid has not dropped that far off the back either. He's in 8th place. He was in 2nd, as Simon Trendle tries to go toe-to-toe with Jamie Jeffrey round the outside. Jamie got the curb, so that
Too
might do
wide
him.
down these corners. Awesome stuff, guys.
Oh. That was probably one of the best overtakes I've seen in months from Simon Trendle. That was amazing. Right.
He's been getting outrageously good, Simon.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yes.
the last few seasons, with that time in his with it, all that skill that he's built up driving the V8s as well. He's just a master at both ends of the car, either end, isn't he? He's just absolutely magic now. With
So-
that timing, immaculate timing and placement.
Yeah, and it was helped by Jamie hitting the curb, of course. But that's part of the game, isn't it? Rene Earhart here, making his way through the field up 4 places. JB Dejoux up 7. Up 7 places, JB. Well done.
Come on, JB.
Yeah, nice
Well, he's
performance.
pressing Carl. Looks like he's chasing Carl now.
He is, yeah.
And there, Pete Carl's chasing Pete Van Gogh now. That's good pace. You need good pace to keep up with Pete Van Gogh.
Yeah, this is a bit of a ridiculous group of cars. So this is headed up by Daniel Lewis. There's 2 Racing Forces cars, you can see them in there. Then there's Jamie Wilson. And then there's Matt Flannery bringing up the rear of this little group. And it's a bit Racing Forces wall of blockage, which is Tony Walker and Jura Larkinen. And Jamie Wilson positioning his car quite nicely there, but the turn was against him. But this is going to be with him now. So let's go up and above. He's on the outside, but we've seen Simon Trendle do this a minute ago with Jamie Jeffrey. If he can sling it down the outside here, the next turn is in his favour if he can hold it.
Oh.
If he can hold it.
Oh, look at that.
Majestic. Is he going to make it stick? He's given room. He probably didn't need to. He doesn't know that he didn't need to.
This is brilliant.
Oh, that's
delightful
good.
driving.
Look at Matt
Delightful.
Flannery. Like a rat up a giant pipe. Oh, Pete Newman. Moving forward on Stephen Walker.
Oh, crikey.
That's actually gone back to where it was, I think.
Steve's trying to get by Pete, isn't he?
Yes, he is, yeah.
Yes.
Pete's gone defensive. Staying on the inside there.
Oh, late on the brakes.
Oh, is that Navid? Oh, Navid's having a bad day. Right, let's have a look and see what happened to Navid. And Simon Trendle as well. Oh, right, this is one and the same. Right, okay. So this is Simon Trendle on the left, Navid on the right, both into turn 1, and... Oh, that's...
Oh.
I'd say that's Navid's issue. I might be wrong. Maybe he could have probably turned that a little bit more sharply if he'd not been carrying as much speed as that. But you've got to try. That's the point, isn't it, Alan?
Yes,
You've got to put your car there.
But it's not always going to work out. But if you don't ever do it, you're never going to get past.
Exactly. So whilst it sounds like I'm like dishing out the blame with spadefuls of blameage, I'm not. I'm suggesting that you've got to try something. It may not always work out. That's just how magnanimous in defeat you are.
He's paid the price for that.
Yes, he has, yeah.
And mostly you don't. I mean, you're allowed to actually try and put an attack and try and get by somebody. And in this company, normally you'll get away with it 9 times out of 10 because people are very respectful.
Yeah.
And, but yeah. These.
Oh no!
Oh, don't want to get anything back. Ag.
Right, so that was a bit of bunching, that was. Let's have a look at this again.
Track this size, but
Look at the cars in front. So Dan takes a very sharp line in and can't turn the car. Comes off the worst for it, but then collects Matt Flannery in the process. Yeah, so the line into the corner was never going to work at that speed, I don't think. Oh, that's a crabby Audi.
Yes, that's not looking very well at all, is it?
No, that needs some WD-40, Alan.
Goodness me. I think he needs to visit his local mechanic.
Yes, he does. It's a sad sight. I had a car that drove like that normally once,
Yes.
It was an X-Reg Ford Escort.
It reminds me of my Volkswagen Beetle where the back wheel came flying past me at this a roundabout on the A60.
You've told me about that before.
Yeah.
That sounded hilarious.
Very exciting.
Yes, I'm sure, in a terrifying kind of way. That looks just like my wheel. How very strange. Pete Newman, oh, look at this. Dan Mills under mega pressure. And look at this, we are 1 minute. Are we going to get white flag?
Oh.
I can't see Barney at the minute. But we may be on white flag. I think we are on white flag. So we are 2 wide for second place. Pete Newman and Dan Mills. And Dan needs to hang this on that inside line there. Oh, no. Oh, that's expensive. Right, okay, so...
Oh, dear me.
More very close racing. Is he?
Well, he held back there.
I can't even find my cursor now. I was that excited by the whole thing. And Alex Sevillano later, like, right up a drain pipe. Straight through.
Well, Pete's held up because I think if he's responsible.
Right, well, Dan Mills is in the kitty litter.
Yeah.
With he's reset the car, so Pete Newman just needs to get on with it now.
Yeah, he needs to get on with it, Pete.
Look at this, though. Simon Trundle and Jamie Jeffrey thrashing it out back here. This is 5th place, so it's good points on offer. I'm sure there's some fallout from those other incidents as Chris Young, our latest racer to join us, is trying to chase down Jura Larkinen in that beaten up Honda. Oh my word, Sunblees, are you trying to throw this away or what? Right, Alex Lado's got a sniff of a second place here and he's not letting it go. As we come round the last corner and Sunblees has managed to not crash the car. And we're now looking at what's happening with this draft race. Oh god, that was close. Oh my god. That was less than 1/10 of a second between second and third. Oh, dear me.
What a race.
Pass me those blood pressure pills again, will you?
I'm sorry, I finished them off.
Oh no. Anthony Hilton under pressure right to the end with Max Nevinciani, who looks like he's had a good race, and given the fact that he's doing a little bit of weaving and flashing. Oh, look at that behind. Oh my, I think Jura has just got that by nothing. 0.001 of a second between Jura and Chris Young. Good God.
Well, at least Chris has had a quiet start to his TCR career here.
Darrell Wright's driving a beach buggy. He's got no front end on that thing, but it's made it quicker, look. Oh, he's nearly got on terms with Andy Littler. Andy Littler making that Audi work for him. That's nice. Oh, my God. I'm knackered. I am so tired. Oh, And bringing up the very lower order, Miguel Freitas. Over
Bit
the
of a
line.
hero is
Yeah,
Mig.
he is. Big Mig
Look
is
at
a
that.
massive hero. And then here comes Dan Lewis. We saw him having some incidents and crabbing down the road earlier. He's got his car fixed and back on track, which is part of the BSTV spirit.
Yeah, we like that. We
Yeah.
like it when people come back and finish the races.
Yes, we do.
It's the heart of the thing, and yes, we have drivers that do it, and it doesn't matter how big your name is. Miguel's out there finishing the race, despite having his hopes crushed.
Yeah. Okay, so that is everybody over the line. Why has it got Dan Mills as being out? I'm sure I saw him across the line, didn't I? Oh no, maybe he didn't. No, okay. Right, let's go to having a look at what happened there as the finishing order, just in case there's any penalties to serve and things like that. Sam Blees was your race winner, flag to flag, for Sam. He didn't win by a great deal in the end, 3.5 seconds, over Stephen Walker for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing White. Sorry, Sam Blees was for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing. Alex Savolano Lado came home
Good
third.
result for Alex.
Isn't it just? I mean, he's a very fast driver anyway, and has raced in many of our leagues. But yes, that is an excellent result for TRL Racing Forces. Pete Newman finished in fourth for Result X Pure Sims. Fifth was Jamie Jeffrey for Coupes and Convertibles Racing, and Simon Trendle rounds out the top six for Team Chimera. And then we've got the first of tonight's Pro-Am drivers, Martin Shirley. Didn't really see much of him on track, but sometimes that's the best
kept his
way.
nose clean and just circulated round, and look, really
Yeah.
good finish for him.
Fantastic result for RD Simsport. And then Casper Smirnoff, second in class, eighth on track for Apex 1. And then Pete Van Gool, PVG, third in class for Pro-Am, ninth on track for Result X Pure Sims. And then Naveed Hussain, who found himself off track a few times tonight in that one. 10th place for him for Result Hydro Race Geodesic. I was reading the line beneath. Carl Hardy finished 11th for Result X Pure Sims with JB Dejoux. That's a great result for you. In 12th place for BSTV. Rene Earhart, 13th for Cutting Corny TCR team. And Stefan, another good result there, for VTS Esports in 14th. Tony Walker 15th for Hydro Race Racing Forces with Jamie Wilson 16th for Team Chimera. Demistic Jalar in 17th for TRL Racing Forces. And then the first of tonight's AM drivers, Anthony Hilton for Mellow Motorsport. Well done to you, sir. In 18th overall.
Good drive.
Very
good
good
drive by Anthony again.
Yeah. And look at that,
And
Max.
that tight battle in the AMs, it's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be great, actually, because that now shuffles it a little bit more. Don't forget, David Ayres was the leader at before we entered this race. So Max Nevinchani in 19th, second in class. What a good result that is. Then Chris Needham. Basically, everybody now has had an incident, pretty much. Chris Needham in 20th for Air Smart Racing. Jorah Larkinen in 21st for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Chris Young in his first race with us, 22nd for RD Simsport. Sam Smith, late joiner tonight, for 23rd for iRace Esports. And then third in class, 24th overall, David Ayres, flashy himself, for Safeguard by result. And then Andy Littler in 25th for Work Guard. Darryl Wright in 26th for Safeguard. Fiona 27th for Work Guard. Chris Dixon 28th for Work Guard. Arno Shinonier, after his excursions, 29th for Air Smart Racing. Miguel, after crashing early on, 30th for Impulse Racing. Dan Lewis 31st for SRL. Dan Mills 32nd for RD Simsport. Matt Flannery 33rd for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing. And Kylie, in his first race back with us, 34th for Air Smart Racing, and hoping for better fortunes, Alan.
Yes, indeed. Yes, we will see better fortunes. I'm sure we'll have a better result in the second race here tonight.
Yeah, a few people out on track because pit stops are a feature of this feature race. No sign of rain, Alan, which is interesting.
Yes.
Might get a dry race all the way through, I'm not sure. We'll have to wait
I
and
rather
see.
like this naturalistic weather, though, Pete, where
I do.
where it's natural to the place at the time. I do think that's added something to it.
Yeah, and I'm being fair to both us and to the viewers by not looking. Because I think there is a way that you can see what the forecast is. I don't know whether you've
yeah.
done... Oh, can you? Right, do you know that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you can.
I like the...
There's radar, in fact, telling you where
Radar?
the rain. Yes, there's
In
weather
iRacing?
radar. Yeah.
Good grief. That's the most advanced they've ever been. Right, let's see if anybody goes to pit road here, and we can have a look at what it looks like when you enter pit lane. Anybody going? Nope, these guys are just racing. So they're just trying to get laps in.
There's a weather department. Do you know where when you're sitting there and you've got your results and you've got your lap times on that? Yeah, well, there's a weather one now. Another banner's been added to that, and there's one for weather.
Okay. Right.
And there's also a weather one on your black boxes in your cockpit.
Oh, okay, yeah. What did you get on that then? Just what's happening in the next few minutes or something?
They both give you different information, but the one on the thing gives you more. It gives you a longer term, minute by minute projected forecast.
Okay, right.
It tells you when the rain is. So if the rain's coming, it'll give you 100% and say when, how long. So last night we had rain in the race.
Yeah.
And it was predicted for the end of the race, and it came early, like weather does. So it came early and caught some people out in wet tyres in the wet tyre and dry tyre conundrum. It was very exciting.
Right, okay. Well, I'm going to run through these names pretty quick, but Tony Walker is your pole man for tonight's feature race. We reversed the top 15 in this series, folks. Stefan will go off second on the front row. Rene will go off third. Fourth will be JB. Fifth will be Carl Hardy. Naveed will go off sixth. Seventh will be Pete Van Gool. Eighth will be Casper. Ninth will be Martin Shirley. 10th will be Simon Trendle. Jamie Jeffrey will go off 11th. Pete Newman will go off in 12th place. Move this forward. 13th will be Alex Savillano Lado. Stephen Walker will go off 14th. 15th will be Race 1's winner, Sam Blees. Jamie Wilson will go off 16th. 17th will be Demis Tigchalar. Anthony Hilton will go off 18th. Max Nevinchani will go off 19th. Chris Needham will go off 20th. 21st will be Jura Larkinen. 22nd will be Chris Young. 23rd will be Sam Smith. David Ayres will go off 24th. 25th will be Andy Littler. 26th will be Darryl Wright. Fiona will go off 27th. Chris Dixon off 28th. Arnaud Chenonnier off 29th. Big Mig off 30th on a recovery drive like you've never seen. 31st will be Dan Lewis. Dan Mills will go off 32nd. Matt Flannery off 33rd. And Kylie off 34th.
Wow, well done.
Thank
But
you.
you're out of breath now, mate.
I certainly am.
We're going to have to get a bigger screen, though. They're not going to fit on one day.
No, I know.
This
Right,
rate.
let's see if I can get a good camera. A good camera? Anybody got a good camera? Yeah, there we go.
Right, this is exciting.
So,
Let's hope for a good, clean start, and everybody gets a chance to get settled in.
yeah, we're focused on Stefan's car at the moment. Somebody's flashing their lights. Renee, I thought better of you. All right, here we go. Lights are on, revs are up. When the bar fills, they will go out, and we will go racing. Didn't hold them at all, so everybody
No.
needed to be very, very good on their clutch. Apparently, launch is new to this car.
Everybody seems to get away pretty clean.
Yeah, that's a bit of a mob coming down the road, and Big Mig has already got a bunch of positions. Right
We'll
off
be
the
looking
start.
for a really
Four wide.
good-
Careful. Oh, Chris Dixon.
Oh, that was Chris.
What happened
Chris is
there?
It's a race of knots.
Yes, he did. Right, there's all sorts going on though, so we're going to have a look at this. Surely I've got a camera that's further away than these cameras. There we go, that's a little bit better.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. That's a bit of a bunch further back. Oh my god.
Oh, crikey.
So, Sam Blees has already got front end damage. The front end is caved in. He's been in the back of somebody there. Chris Dixon is running still. I can see him in the background, but he's right at the back of the queue. Yeah, that is
Maybe try and drive back
Oh.
to the pits. If you can drive and save a
Yeah.
toe, that would not be far better. And it's worth it in this 40-minute race.
It is. Sam Blees looks like he's driving angry, so I don't know whether he's done something himself or somebody else has upset him. Don't know why. Big Mig is through. He's up 4 places already. Daniel Mills, legend, up 7. Oh, there's all sorts going on here. Somebody's off track.
Oh,
Renee is off track, like miles off track. Oh my god, he nearly got taken out by a Racing Forces Veloster. What is going on? Ooh.
Well, safe rejoin and a patient and safe rejoin. Well done.
Well done to you, sir. Jason Haddington already having a better race than the first race.
Got round the whole lap, has he?
Oh dear, I feel bad for laughing. He's tussling here with David Ayres. And
Come on, Kylie.
yeah, come on, don't let David get through. Oh, he's dropping in. Is he dropping in? Late on the brakes. Late on the brakes, Jason. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, nice. Love it. Right, let's get back to the front end of the field here. Oh, JB, where are you going, son? To the right, mate. Right a bit. Right a bit more.
Sandwiches.
Yeah. Down in al fresco
Get back
right
on
now.
there, JB. Come on, lad. That's it.
Yeah,
Safe rejoin.
and that is a pretty good rejoin, to be fair. Well done. Right, this is where the mob is, though. I can see more tears coming, Alan. I don't know about what you're
Well,
thinking.
the potential is vast, frankly.
Yes, it is.
The-
Chris Needham doing a
Everything's
nice
just a
job.
fraction away from. I mean, we go along on the rim of disaster, don't we?
Yes, we do.
We're one step away from it. Have you seen Alex Sonica going down a mountain? It's a bit like this. He doesn't have a rope, and these guys haven't got a rope either.
No. I don't know why that's...
Oh no!
Oh,
we
no,
don't want to see
Jamie,
that,
Jamie.
Jamie's going backwards.
Well, yeah.
That won't be his preferred direction.
Not really. Let's have another look at that when I've scrolled back enough to see
Yeah,
how it
again,
happened.
A courteous rejoin.
Yeah.
Cost him a lot of time.
Now, what's Pete Newman doing out there? That's
That car
strange.
doesn't look very well.
Oh my! Oh, he's had to thread the needle, and yeah. So,
ooh,
I sympathise with Jamie because he wouldn't have known by chasing. In fact, I'm going to watch that again because I'm going to see what he could see, and I don't think it's very much. So he's following Simon. He's got his eyes full of Simon Trendle's rear, and then everything suddenly gets very slow in front of him, and yeah. So.
Well, he had no chance there.
I don't think so.
He did well to come out of that as well as he did.
Well, he's not taking anybody else out with him. So, Naveed to the front. That has just happened. That was the overtake on the screen. Stefan is doing an amazing job. Is it a coincidence, Alan, that Naveed is in an Audi, Stefan is in an Audi, and PVG is in an Audi?
What were you saying about Audis going well?
Yeah. I can't get something right in a broadcast, Alan. That would be very, very wrong. Okay, so off we go again. I do like what Kasper Smirnoff is doing as well. So we've got 3 Audis, 2 Hondas, and then Simon Trendle in the Elantra there rounds out this group. I'm going to put you a track map.
Simon's
up and
looking
a battle box.
dangerous. These guys have got up here and
Yeah.
they're very quick and
Ooh.
wow, this is. I love these reverse grids. They just throw such
Ah, right.
the old thing, don't they?
Yeah,
Oh,
I was wondering why Joe Larkinham is in the pits and he's got damage, so I don't think that's necessarily a scheduled stop.
no, it sounds a bit early, isn't it?
Yeah, about 1 lap, I think, maybe 2 early.
Yes. You could make something if it was 6, couldn't you?
I think so,
It's
yeah.
not the case for that, but
4's
yeah.
a bit tight. Oh, nice overtake there from Dan Mills, making his way back through this, well, making his way through the field. His finishing.
Doing
yeah.
his best there, and Sam's doing a bit better than he did in the first race.
He is, but look at the front of his car. It's absolutely mangled. He's obviously been in some sort of incident. We may have seen it already, but Pete's forgotten, folks. Oh, Arno, where are you going?
Whoa.
Arno went straight on. No! That's Miguel making his way through as well. And Demis Tigchar.
Miguel doesn't need any more bother.
No, he doesn't. No, he needs to get to the front and sort his race out. He's doing a good job of it. Oh, that was an overtake back here. Just behind that, actually, it was Stephen Walker making his way through on Martin Shirley.
He's chasing his brother now.
He is. Oh, yes. Yep, very good. Yep, well spotted. Tony's got damage Well, I think every car on the field has got a bit of damage at the minute.
Oh,
Has never,
he's just done purple.
he has a 133.81. That's a qualifying lap, that.
He's motivated.
Yes, he is. Martin Shirley wants his position back from current reigning champion, Stephen Walker. And he's got multiple previous champions, Sam Blees, right behind him as well. So he's in hot company at the minute.
How did Carl Hardy get to 4th?
I don't know. I think the standings are wrong. Anthony Hilton is miles up the field. Good lad.
There he is. There's a big gap between him and any of his compatriots.
Yes.
In the amateur division here.
Yeah. Let me get back to live timing on my SDK screen. Demis Tichelaar, I think, has just been overtaken, has he? No, he's trying to overtake Chris Needham. Chris Needham has taken a very sensible defensive line. Oh, Miguel, mega late on the brakes there. Was nearly in that equation. Oh, that's touchy. Feely. Demis. Out stage right, out stage left even. Oh, Arno. Nicely done, Arno. Nicely done to Demis as well.
Crikey.
I don't think I'm surviving this race. And Naveed Hussain has got himself a 1.4 second lead, nearly 1.5 now, over
He's
Stefan.
flying. He's his opportunity here.
One thing that's very reassuring for the Audi drivers, Alan, is the Hondas behind are not gaining that much.
No, but I mean the top speed of the Hondas is a bit suspect, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. It's a bit odd.
I
Even
don't
in
know
tow.
if it is the same though, because they seem to be doing pretty well at the moment.
True. There's a lot more Audis in the field than there ever has been before.
Yes, they know something we don't know, Pete. That's
Well, yeah, I mean, we went through a few seasons where there was just poor old Stefan on his own.
Stefan.
Yeah. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in this field alone. So it's a big
I do think
change.
there was a bit of because there was only the Audi when they first came out.
Yeah.
So everybody was driving the Audi, wasn't there?
Yeah, yeah.
I think there was a bit of reaction to that when all the other cars came out. There was a flood of people leapt away from the Audi because obviously you want to try all the new exciting new cars, and everybody's had seasons of just driving the Audi and I'm sick of them.
Yeah, and
So you had the people like Stefan who were absolutely incredibly loyal and just kept driving it no matter what.
yeah,
Loved the car, so they fell out of favour, but now
coming
their
back at them.
charms are becoming back.
Yeah. I mean, they do bop the new cars, don't they? To
They do
make them
indeed.
popular so that people buy them and things like that. I mean, it's
Well,
it's
it
business,
changes as well. We've seen them play with the balance of performance time and again, Peter.
isn't it? Yeah.
The last couple of times, they've really done a good job on it.
Oh, they've done splendid work on it. They really have.
Yeah.
What is going on back here?
Oh,
Right, okay, so Miguel.
keep it clean, chaps.
Yeah, Sam Smith to pit road, but he's gone in for damage, but he's in a lap that he can make it
Yes,
to the end, so well done, Sam. Down the inside here for Miguel on Chris Needham, so ex-champions, both of them. And that's sorted out now before turn 2, so that's nice. Very nicely overtaken there.
Yes.
Stefan wants his, what's that position? Stefan wants 5th place back from Simon, but the Elantra is good once it gets in a straight line. Stefan holding his own there in 5th place, that's good. Sorry, 6th place. He's got a bit of time. Back to Stephen Walker and Sam Blees, who are slowly and carefully making their way up the field.
Yes.
Sam Smith back out. Oddly, I've got David Ayres going through the pits with no pit stop.
Oh dear.
Can't believe that that's for a drive-through already, unless he jumped the
Sure.
start. Got him in a jump start. Oh,
suppose
and there
it's
goes Sam
Didn't seem obvious
Blees.
jump start. But if he's done jump start at the start, he'd like to have done it before lap 8, mate.
Well, yeah,
You
yeah,
only
definitely.
get 3.
Chris, who's that? Oh, Miguel Freitas doing purple
Okay.
sectors, so everybody be warned. Big Meg is on the run.
Yeah.
We've,
I think the Indianapolis owes him something.
I do as well. Honestly, really do. Oh, this is tight. No. Oh my word. Carl Hardy, good save.
Yeah, he's having a purple patch at the moment, but then he's got this rivalry going with Casper.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're locked together just like they were last week.
I know.
This is exactly where we were last week.
Love it.
Except Carl he was 6th and 7th last week, wasn't he? Now he's running 4. If he can stay there, that would be amazing.
Yeah, Max Nevenchani just a bit offline there, and he's been mugged a couple of times, 3 times now, but that's Jamie Jeffrey making his way back through. Jamie down the inside of JB. No strangers to each other, these two. They've been racing for years together. Literally a statement.
Navid's pulled 3 seconds on PVG.
Navid. Well, I kind of feel bad for Navid because he was competitive in the first race and kind of just got caught out by circumstance, I suppose. But I suppose that's true of any racer at any point in any race. So
Putting 3.5 seconds into
JB, nice move.
Chasing you hard.
Yeah.
Is certainly very good driving. He's got good pace.
Stephen Walker to pit road. Right, yeah. Jamie to pit road. Pete Newman is following in. Dan Mills is coming in.
Oh, a lot of early pitters. Now, it could be that they're taking advantage of the pit stop to get some dinks worked
Well,
on.
Dan Mills started almost dead last. He's up 18 places as he rolled into pit road. So he is having an amazing race. I'm sure he's had a bag full of fun getting to where he is now.
What did he do in the first race? He did well in the first one.
No, he came like 3rd off
Didn't
last
he-
or something. Yeah,
Was he in trouble? He got in trouble, didn't he?
he did. Yeah, I don't know whether he got a penalty as well. I'm not sure, but pit road at the minute is very, very busy. As Sam Blees, who's already been in, sails past a whole bunch of cars. Is he going to get ahead of Stephen Walker? Not quite.
Oh, they were cheek by jowl.
They
now,
were.
And they're likely to be again, look.
Yeah, same order as well. So no advantage to go in early or later. Not yet, anyway. So Navid now has a 4.6 second lead over Kasper Smirnov. There's some cars disappeared into pits in front of Kasper. He's got quite a lot of cars for company. He's got PVG, Carl Hardy, Simon Trendle and Stefan. You can see it in the battle box in the bottom right corner of your screen.
It's been keeping them at bay for a while.
Yeah. Got quite a lot of people watching at the minute, Alan. Don't want to fox you by that, but there's quite a lot of people watching.
Really? How cool.
I know, it's nice.
Well,
isn't
I'm
it?
very pleased with that. And welcome, folks.
Yeah.
And I do hope you're enjoying this, because I am.
This is
That's
meant-
for sure. No, my heart's in the mouth half the time because I care about these guys. I love to see them race. I hate to see them suffering ill fortune of any kind.
Yeah.
And we've had a bit tonight, but they deal with it with such courage, and we don't have quitters.
No, and Rene Earhart down the back straight. Not at the end of the field that we saw him at last season, Alan. He's currently mid-pack, owes us a pit stop. He had a bit of a tumultuous first race tonight.
Not getting the best of running.
No, we're used to seeing him in the top 8, I would say. I'd go for 8, wouldn't you?
Oh, well, his pace is certainly there
Yeah.
to do that, and we've seen him do that. So yes, but
Different car.
it's the car. Every race is a different race. Some race, you never know what's going to happen, and you never know if the track's going to suit you. It might be costing you a tenth, and a tenth leads to disaster.
Yeah, there's not much in it for a disaster, is there?
No.
So PVG leading Carl Hardy here as
These
our
two
race leader.
look together.
Yeah, race leader to pit road. I don't know whether Casper's going to follow him. No, he's going for the lead lap. Kasper
I don't blame
Smirnov
him.
for lead lap points. Good boy. That is excellent work. Good on you. That's the sort of response you want.
Well, 134. They're all very, very consistent lapping.
Yeah, Miguel Freitas closing in very rapidly on the back of Anthony Hilton.
Yeah, look at this. Lap 11, and he's up in the top 10. Coming in the top 10 now, running 7th.
Absolutely
And,
mighty on the brakes. Yeah.
And Anthony's driving very well, and he's just been eaten alive by Miguel.
Yeah, he's one of those drivers. I'm not sure where to place him. He's almost too fast for AM. Sometimes not fast enough for Pro Am. I shouldn't say AM because Jamie Wilson's going to rip my head off now. But not quite fast enough sometimes for Pro Am. So maybe he is in the right place. Right.
Well, I would say if he wins it again, you should put the question to him whether he wants to
Yeah.
try for the semi-pro.
Yep. So, of the field of 34, 15 of them still owe us a pit stop. Let me put the pit lap on for you, folks, because that's always helpful, isn't it? Where's the lap? Pit lap there.
It is for me because then I know
Yeah.
the next stopped.
Yeah. Oh, God, I thought it was a crash. Thought it was a crash.
So
It's not
now
a
we've
crash.
had a. So was that Cole going into the pits?
No, I think that was
Or was
PVG.
it Pete?
Yeah. Yeah, PVG to pit road.
PVG, yeah.
Kasper Smirnov gets his second lead lap point. These are all valuable, folks. You get a maximum of 3. In the first race, Sam Blees took everything. Navid has taken many lead laps and has handed that over to this boy, Kasper Smirnov, who is ticking off points now. I don't know how long these guys can run, but we are 18, nearly, into a 40-minute race. Not even halfway yet. Martin Shirley did well in the first
Course,
race
it's
in pit
riveting.
road for fixings.
Simon is
Simon, yes.
going to be chasing hard here. He's got to second place almost invisibly, just muddling his way, and here he is. People are going in the pits.
Do you think-
It's,
Do you think
he's,
he's been delayed though on his move to the front compared to someone like Navid or?
yes. They're still up there, and but Navid is. Navid's stopped on lap 10.
Yeah.
He's going to have good tyres still at the end of the race, isn't he?
Oh yeah, definitely. As Max Nevinchani comes through here to overtake Fee. That's a race for position. So that's nicely done actually. That was lovely car positioning from Max. Fee's fighting it, trying to get back onto terms.
Fair driving, this is it, though. Very fair racing, and it doesn't matter whereabouts in the field we are. We see skillful driving.
Yeah, good room given on that occasion by Feet.
No bugs out there.
Keep it fair, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what we like to see.
Oh, what's Anthony Hilton got going on? Anthony Hilton's got Chris Young going on. And this,
Wow.
I don't know whether Chris. Oh, what's happened
Great
to Sam?
battle
Oh,
for these two.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's,
Oh,
it's
that's
fantastic for Anthony. He's
risky.
really, and, you know, Chris, we don't know, so
Yeah,
this is laying down your marker in the league.
yeah.
Important for Chris.
Odd line for
important
Anthony there.
because, you know, Anthony's absolutely punching way above his weight yet again.
Yeah, look at where he is. 6th place overall at the minute. Yes, he owes us a pit stop, but still very, very competitive. Something's happened to Sam Smith. We're just going to have a quick look at this. Says it's a crash. Now, he's already been in for a pit stop.
Yes, it was a well-placed pit stop as well.
It
I thought
was.
he was going to do well off the back of that. What's happening?
That's a park it and reset,
Oh,
isn't it?
it
Definitely.
is. What's going on? But it was
Technical issue. Oh, God. Oh, my
Yeah, oh.
God. Yeah, that was severe. Jeez. Right, okay.
Oh, what's happened to poor Sam?
I know. Nobody needs that in their racing.
Oh, goodness.
Nobody needs that. Right. So very sad for Sam Smith. Oh, alright, okay. Right, so here's the entrance. You got your yellow cones there. You need to get down to speed, pit lane speed at the yellow cones, and then run it into your pit box.
Got some gaps, significant gaps. Finally, after 20 minutes, taking 20 minutes for those gaps to grow. But as we know, every single one of these clumps of cars will be a racing hotbed.
Yeah. So Miguel giving Stefan a little help down the road there. A little bump drafting along the way. Pulls out of the toe. Is he going to get late on the brakes here? Stefan will know he's there. Stefan's raced with Mig for quite a long time now.
That's
Nicely done.
oh.
Nicely done. Carl Hardy is next. Oh no, it's not. Oh, where's Miguel? Maybe that wasn't Miguel.
That wasn't Miguel.
Pete doesn't know what the hell just happened. Anyway, right. So, all right. David Ayres and Andrew Littler are in the pits at the minute for their scheduled stops, as you can see in the timing tower. Kasper Smirnov, after leading for 3 laps, has finally pitted the car. Got himself a bag full of points there. Very, very tidy little bit of tactics there. Gives the lead over to Simon Trundle, who's getting himself some lead lap points now.
Yes, and he will have his foot firmly pressed.
Well, yeah, he's got a rear view mirror full of Carl Hardy. Do you pit the car next lap because you've got some back markers ahead of you if you are Simon, or do you keep going, Alan? What do you do? Do you get those?
To me, it depends if he. I think he should take his lead lap, at least one. He'll get points for 1, maybe 2 or 3, doesn't he, Pete?
He does, gets 3 maximum.
Yeah.
So is it worth it though to be delayed potentially by slower?
Well, as long as
cars?
he's not
Don't
being
know.
delayed.
Yeah.
He's not being delayed at the moment.
No, true. Where is Casper going to come out? He's leaving pit road now in this Apex 1 car. He's come out very, very healthily, actually. Of all the pitted cars, he's come out in 3rd place. That is Stephen Walker ahead of him, and the only car ahead of Stephen Walker that's pitted is Naveed.
Oh dear, that's dangerous down there then.
It is. Naveed is closing in on Fiona Siddons. Hopefully Fee understands the situation. Maybe, maybe not. Yep, she does. Out of the gas. Lets Naveed go. Well, she is on the racing lap. She's kind of not part of this race because she owes a pit stop, but we'll see. Right, Max Novinchani coming out of the pits now. 29th he is, with Alex Sevillano Lado just past him. So we'll have to see how that transpires. Pete
Yes, they've got a lot of ground to make up now.
Yeah, Pete Newman in a fully fixed car is lighting up the purple sector times. So he's one to watch. He's done the fastest overall sector 4 this lap. No, last lap. He's got some good tow from PVG in front of him, which is his own teammate. They may look like different coloured cars, but they are the same team. He hasn't purple sectored anything that lap, so we shall see. Carl Hardy.
21, presumably. Pete's got
Yeah,
fresh rubber and hot. He's going hot.
yeah. That is exactly what it is. Simon Trundle now closing in on Dan Lewitt. Oh, Carl Hardy to pit road.
From 2nd place.
Yeah. Gets down to
This is
pit lane
good,
speed.
consistent driving by the captain again.
Yeah, he's doing well,
Lovely
isn't
to
he?
see. He's doing very well.
He's going to fall down the order somewhat. I don't know where he's going to end up necessarily.
He's a master pit stop technician, is Carl Hardy.
Better than me then, because I can't do a pit stop to save my life.
Couldn't you feel my tongue pressing against you? So far at my cheek, it went 69.
Fee has gone to pit road, which is unusual. She normally sweats it out
Well,
right to the
not
last
17. Perhaps she's
thimble of
worried
fuel.
about the fuel.
Maybe. Right. Where's the close battles at? Chris Needham has got Jamie Jeffrey for company. These both need to pit. I don't know where Jamie's going to come out after pit stops. Oh, where will he come out? Well, he's going to be quite way down the field, I would think. But he was stopped fully at the start, wasn't he? And let that entire field go after he got spun out.
He got really set back seriously.
Yeah, so it's...
But he was very patient on the rejoin, so you
was.
can't ask for more than that.
No, you can't. That's absolutely right. It was the right thing to do. JB and Demis Tigchalar having a thorough old thrashing race. JB did so well in that first race. Absolutely stunning. He's in the teens. Stefan has finally visited pit road.
Crikey. Come on, Steph.
Yeah. An absolutely immaculate looking Audi. He's managed to avoid everything. Hopefully I've not cursed him. Let me find some wood.
No, don't
There we
curse
go,
it.
touch
Look
some
at
wood.
the length bloody pit lane, and we need it tonight.
I know. Jamie Jeffrey, after passing Chris Needham, has pitted at the same time as him, so we can expect these guys to drop down the order quite a lot, because they're going to be in there for over a minute. Is that Casper Smirnoff with a fast... Oh no, it's Sam Blees lighting up purple sectors, just taking the fastest lap of the race, Alan, a 1:33.7.
Sam's hungry tonight.
Yeah.
I knew he wasn't going to give away that first race very easily, and he didn't. He fought hard, and he took the victory, and he wouldn't mind another one.
No, not at all. Simon Trendle still ticking off these laps.
Yes, and good pace.
Yeah, he's coming up to the end of the lap. I don't know whether he's going to pit this time. He is.
Miguel's got a pit stop coming up then, clearly.
Yeah, I think that all three of the last three cars, Simon, Miguel and Renee, have got to pit. Nicely down to pit lane speed. Where is... oh, Miguel's going again. He wants a lead lap, but he's not going to get it because Simon's already passed the start-finish straight in pit lane. Renee is coming up to the end of the lap. Last car not to pit, along with Miguel, obviously. Is he going to go to pit road this time? Angle looks good. Yep, he's in.
He must be on fumes.
I would think so. Miguel's in the solar-powered version of the Veloster.
Yeah. Well, that tells you why Fio's in the pits, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Right, nicely done there.
Like saying, she likes to wait to the end.
Yeah.
Last gasp and bring out every drop of performance and light car.
This is going to be an
See
interesting...
why?
Sorry, yeah. Go on.
No, it's okay. I was just there's merit in driving to these fuel tanks empty.
Oh, yeah. Lightest point at the car, isn't it? So, I think Casper is going to have his hands full very quickly. That's Simon Trendle leaving the pits next to him. That is...
Don't like that. I do not like that re-entry.
It's vicious, isn't it? Savage.
God.
So, yeah, Casper got his...
Whoa, careful, chaps, careful,
He's
careful.
got his rear view mirror full of ex-champions. He's got his windscreen full of an ex-champion. It must be a very disconcerting experience for him, but he's holding it together.
I think I'd be pretty chuffed if I was thought I could keep up with that lot.
Yeah.
That's all I
Oh
do is
no!
wave and
Oh
goodbye.
no! Sam Blees, what on earth?
Oh.
We're gonna have to see that again. Because
Well,
that was
I don't think I've ever seen Sam do anything like that before.
That was Sam Blees the missile. That
I don't know how many times I've watched Sam race, but
he's got his braking
I
point
didn't do
all
that.
wrong, all wrong.
Look at this! Oh!
And the curb turned him into Casper's car, which made it worse.
Oh.
It was always going to make contact, but that made it so much worse.
Dear.
He's gonna be
he's
devastated.
Not gonna be a happy boy, is he? He's going to be not a happy boy. And is that Miguel going in the pits now?
It is, yeah. So, yeah, Sam Blees to pit road. I expect Casper... Oh no, Casper's managed to carry on. Maybe he wasn't so damaged, but he's lost positions, obviously.
Yes. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. They don't deserve this, these guys. They're racing hard and they're racing clean and they're doing their best, and it's just a combination of circumstances.
Well, that's how on the edge they need to be. I mean, it wasn't much in it, to be honest, but Sam Blees did miss his braking point as he pops out of the toe from behind Simon Trendle's car.
But one mistakes, just we've all missed a breaking point, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you get away with it, sometimes it hurts.
Sometimes I've missed other people's breaking points. I've been that late.
Yes.
You know, it should have been somebody else's, but yeah, it's yeah. So you don't want to see
I put on the
it.
brakes and had the pedal collapse going into.
Yeah, you've told me about that before.
Yes, and I wiped out a whole field. Advanced master race, the whole field. Okay, it was at the back.
Yeah.
I took them all out.
Oh dear.
Going down that little right-hander.
Yeah.
Last
Vicious.
source, I think it's called.
Yeah, last source.
Yes. Last source of all my misery that day. I had to really
Don't make me laugh at something like that. Good grief. Right, so Dan Mills started third off last. I'm going to go with. It might be wrong, but he is now 24 places up from the start. 8th place overall. Miguel, not that far behind him, is up 20 places from the start in 10th place.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's impressing the heck out of me. He's Miguel. Yet again, he always impresses me.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. He either does really well and he's so brilliant a driver, or things don't go as well and he just proves his character.
Yeah, here he comes. Steps out from the back of Stefan's car. Later on the brakes. Absolutely gets that done. Nice and
That's that,
safe.
You know, very pacey Audi there as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's good out of the blocks and it's good in a straight line, but under braking, I think the Velocitor's probably the car.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, certainly in his hands.
Well, yeah, he could drive a shopping trolley and it'd still be quick, wouldn't he? Oh no! Jason Haddington again has found incident somewhere along the way.
No.
Oh, that is either a brilliant bit of braking by Martin Shirley, Dan Mills, sorry, or yeah, that was perfect. Well done. Right, let's see what's happened to Jason. Oh, he's been tagged.
They tried to straighten
Yeah.
up. Oh, goodness me.
Oh dear, that's a cacophony of disasters.
Oh, crikey.
And Jason's waited for some reason. I don't think that was anything to do with him.
No.
Maybe he's just trying to see if all his limbs are still attached. But yeah.
I've still got 4 wheels. You've still got 4 wheels, Jace. Are they all still round?
Well, yeah, it might be 50 pence pieces after that one. But he's back running. Oh no, he went to the pits. Sorry, but is he back out of the pits? I think he's back out. No, he's still in the pits, and he's out.
Oh.
Bit sad.
Yes, 6 minutes to go. Very disappointing.
That was just.
But it was racing. At least he was in with the race, and he's had
Yeah.
a decent chunk at it.
There's a bit of bunching, wasn't it? That's all you can describe that as.
Disappointed for that. Disappointed for him.
So your leader, folks, is Naveed Hussain. No stranger to being at the front of races. 3.3 seconds is his lead. You can see it actually, because that there is Stephen Walker, 2 cars back. There's a lapped car in the middle. 3.3 seconds. Then 2.1 seconds gets us back to Simon Trendle here, another ex-champion. And then just 1.5 seconds, and you've got both Kasper Smirnoff for Apex 1 and Carl Hardy for Result X Pure Sims. He's having a blinding race, Alan.
Yeah. 6th and 7th last week, 5th so far this week.
Yep.
Shoved from my captain. He's driving out of his skin. He's never had results like this. These consistent top 10, or top 5 almost, top 5 performance now. He's had the odd ones, hasn't he? You know, he gets them occasionally, but he's doing very well just at the moment. He's driving well. He gave up his seat in the MX-5 to concentrate on this because it was affecting his pace.
Yeah.
And, I know he likes driving with us. He enjoys, you know, being with us. So he had to give up something to come and stick with this. But you can see that it's probably a very wise choice because he's got fantastic pace in this car. He's earned it from years of practice and dedication. And good luck to him.
Yeah, absolutely. And Miguel honing in on the back of PVG now. Not attempting anything on this particular turn 1. But he is up 21 positions. He'll be looking just 2 positions ahead of him because that is Dan Mills up 25 positions since the start.
Another sensational performance by Dan.
I know, remarkable. I mean, It's all formed as part of the poor result he got from the first race, but I bet he's had a blast getting through well, basically the entire field, really, isn't it? There goes
Yes,
Miguel.
and not easy. You know, we've seen some pretty hairy overtakes because getting by is tough on here.
Yes, yes. Miguel through
People
there.
are having to do something pretty special, aren't they, to get by? We've seen a lot of incidents off the back of attempted overtakes because it's so tricky and so difficult. It's extended runs of side by side. And of course, with the tow, everybody's still bunched, and you're getting these bunches together and cars closing up. And we saw that Sam get that braking wrong, and it's all part of you get in tow as well. It makes you misjudge your braking. I've done that so many times, I can't tell you.
Yeah. You and me both.
So, but yes, this has been non-stop tonight. Very hectic. These guys will be tired, and they've been in a race.
It is actually quite exhausting going around this track. You've got some big straights and you've got lots of tow, but where the turns are, it's actually very technical, so it does tire you out quite quickly.
With these kinds of concentrations of car, you need every bit of your own concentration to survive, because cars are happening all around you. There's movement on every side. You've got to have eyes in the front and the back of your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very tiring. We've got fast attacking drivers coming up through the field. They're always there.
Yeah, they are. Let's have a look and see what happened to
There's
David
one
Ayres.
now.
Oh.
Oh, what?
I think David should have been slightly further to the left because there's nothing else that the car that he was dueling with, sister teammate in a work guard car, I couldn't remember which colour it was now, had nowhere else to go. There was no more track left to them, so okay, so that was that one.
Well, that was a cozy little rub, and I'm sure there'll be some friendly dialogue in the team Discord.
I think so, yeah. They're all in the same booth, aren't they?
They certainly are.
Yeah.
And we're very good communicators. On the team.
So am I. Most of my communication ends in off, but no matter.
Yes, there's quite a lot of that in the team chat.
Naveed Hussain leads this race as per previous. That's Andrew Littler getting out of the way there. Good, well done, sir. Stephen Walker is 3.5 seconds back, not that far really. And then Simon Trendle another 2.7 seconds back. And then a pairing which is going to go right to the end here. This is Casper in a Honda defending from Carl Hardy in a Honda. So that might go
They're doing
right
very
to the
well. The
wire.
Hondas have done well tonight. There are other car of the night, I would say. The Audis have clearly been spectacular, but yeah,
Yeah.
Honda's doing very well.
It's been the car to drive, I think, the Audi tonight. I'm not sure. Behind Carl Hardy there is Pete Newman. And then 2 cars back with David Ayres in the middle there is Dan Mills, who's having the drive of his life, really. 25 positions. And Miguel Freitas up 22 positions. So,
Yes, fantastic
remarkable.
driving.
Absolutely remarkable. Ooh, what's going on back here? Ooh! Right, that's Max Nevinciani getting through on Darrell Wright. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, checkered flag. Checkered flag, and Naveed is over the line, and I've just about missed it. Just about missed it. I did my best to miss it, and successfully so.
Well, Stephen and Simon couldn't close down on Naveed, and they had plenty of time.
Yeah, they did.
And he kept that 3 seconds, and they couldn't short him.
Yeah,
Fantastic
well,
drive.
they chipped away. I think he probably came off the gas a little bit on the end of that
Yeah,
lap.
I think that 3 second gap, they had that for a long time, didn't they? And he keeps Stephen Walker and Simon Trendle at bay for a few laps. That's pretty cool driving. Well done, Naveed.
Yeah, Daniel Lewis had to do a splash and dash.
Well,
Demis Tichelaar, loving it.
well done, everybody.
Yeah.
It's good to see you crossing the line. And yes, you've earned it.
Oh, Max Nevinciani might actually get one more position if he can position his car perfectly on Fiona.
Fiona, come on, feet.
Nah, she's going to
Keep
defend
it
this.
down.
She
Keep
is
it
going to
down.
defend it. Max, very close. Nice, nice. Daryl in that fight as well.
Yeah. Well done.
There's
Well
Alex with half a car. Half a car Lado over the line. And Andy Littler going to pit road. He's not got a penalty, has he? No, he's not. He can't have. I've not got enough points on the screen for him, so not sure why he's going to pit road at the end of his lap, but he is. Oh, it's because he's already crossed the line. Never mind, he's already round a lap. That's me just being stupid. Okay. Right, let's have a look at the finishing order then, folks. I need to press that, do I?
done.
Yes, right. Naveed was your feature race winner this evening, and he won by 3 seconds for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing over his teammate Stephen Walker in the other team, that is, Hydro Race Geodesic Racing White. And then Simon Trendle on the podium, no stranger to podiums, in third place for Team Chimera. Casper Smirnoff, first in class, yet again in a feature race, funnily enough, and for Apex one in fourth overall. Well done to you. Carl Hardy brings home the second step of that podium. Casper Smirnoff has been on the podium for Pro-Am twice tonight, which is good. Carl Hardy second on that podium, fifth overall for Result X Pure Sims, with his teammate Pete Newman behind him by 3 seconds. Daniel Mills came home 7th for RD Simsport, with Miguel Freitas 8th for Impulse Racing. That doesn't tell their full stories. So Daniel Mills was 25 positions up from his start, and Miguel was up 22. Remarkable.
Yes.
Yeah. Pete Van Gool finished 3rd in class for Pro-Am and 9th overall for Result X Pure Sims. So a really good race night for Result X Pure Sims. 3 drivers in the top 9. You've got to say that's a massive score, right, Alan?
Yes. And
very, very.
I'm saying nothing else because I'm fair and impartial commentator who would never say, yeah.
Brilliant. Stefan finished 10th for VTS Esports. 11th was Jamie Wilson for Team Chimera. Tony Walker finished 12th for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Martin Shirley 13th for RD Simsport, and his teammate Chris Young in his first race week with us 14th. Jamie Jeffrey 15th for Coupes and Convertibles Racing with Chris Needham, 16th for Air Smart Racing. Anthony Hilton 17th overall, but first in class for AM Class for Mellow Motorsport. Demis Tigchalar 18th overall for TLR Racing Forces. 19th was Rene Earhart for Cutting Corny TCR team. 20th was Matt Flannery for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing. JB Dejoux finished 21st, I can't speak, for BSTV. Sam Blees finished 22nd for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing. We saw what happened with him. Joe Larkinen in 23rd for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Then Fiona Siddons finished 2nd in class for AM Class in 24th for Work Guard. And then Max Nevinchani in 3rd position in class and 25th overall. And then Daryl Wright, 26th for Safeguard. Alex Savalano-Lado, 27th for TLR Racing Forces. And 28th was Andy Littler for Work Guard by result. Where am I? David Ayres, 29th for Safeguard. Chris Dixon, 30th for Work Guard. Dan Lewis finished 31st for SRL. Jason Haddington, Air Smart Racing, 32nd. Sam Smith, 33rd for iRace Esports. And Arnaud Chenonnier, 34th for Air Smart Racing. That was a bonkers series of races. They're still doing donuts somewhere on the track, by the way.
Oh, I do like a nice hot donut.
As do I, it has to be said. Let's have a look. Who is it that's revving that car? Oh, I think it's this one. Is it this one? I don't know. Have we got a camera on this one?
Probably
Oh, there we go.
And it's that, it's
Funnily
that
enough,
Dixon.
yes, it is. It's Chris doing.
We're a bit prone to this kind of stuff.
Okay. This is the only type of donut you can do in a front-wheel drive car, folks, because if you try to do it the other way, of course, you just drive off down the road.
Very nice donuts there.
Yeah.
very circular,
Very
which is what you
perfect.
want. If you're going to do a donut, make sure it's a round one. Don't do
Yeah.
square ones.
Square donut. Does that make it a nut or not? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh,
Don't you have square nuts?
I don't personally. I think
Oh.
that might be quite painful, but we'll see. Thanks for flashing your lights. Right, let's get us back to race start. And let's get us into some slow motion. Oh yeah, slow motion. We like slow motion. Let's go and pick on Naveed's car. And we'll start off these rounds of interview, shall we?
Yes.
What's this now?
Dum, dum, bum, bum. I have slow motion sometimes.
Yeah. We'd rather not talk about those then. Right, let's have a word with who won the first race? Was it Sam? Yeah, let's have a word with Sam Blease first. Right, so
Yes, our race one winner.
Sam Blease, good evening.
Yay.
Mid conversation actually. I always like it when I get them mid conversation. Where are you in the standings there?
Hello, Sam.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Oh, great, matey. You
Good,
did a
me
great
too.
drive in the first race. I enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, the second one less so. But...
Yeah. So flag to flag race in race one. You did everything you needed to, really, didn't you? It was pretty textbook stuff. And I'm not suggesting that for any minute that was easy in any way. But you did have a rear gunner for a little while, didn't you, in the form of Naveed? Was he pushing you properly or not?
Yeah, he was. I mean, we had a couple of like I'm not going to attack into turn one moments.
Yeah.
But my car was excellent.
Right.
It just felt really good. So I was taking it not easy, but like keeping the tires alive at the start of the race and making sure that I had decent grip at the end. And we've done a couple of like official races, and we've been close at the start, and then my car's just stayed on better. So yeah, it wasn't easy. It was pushing, but it was it felt under control race one.
Yeah.
And then obviously race two did not go quite to plan.
No, I mean we've just watched. I was wondering where you picked up your front end damage from. On about lap 2 or 3, and I've just
Was
seen
lap
it.
one.
Just seen it. Yeah,
Turn
you
one.
picked it up on lap 1 before turn 1. I'm gonna go one better. It was an RD
Yeah,
Simsport car that was heavy on the brakes in front of you. I think it might have been Martin.
Daniel.
Oh, it was Daniel, was it?
Oh, it could have been mine actually, because it was. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. So yeah, we just saw it there actually. Early on the brakes, you got caught out clearly, and then second time on the same little bit of tarmac. But it all came to pieces a little bit later on, right?
Yeah, so I had 8 incident points before turn 2 or before turn 3.
Wow.
And then I was not capable of keeping the car within the white lines for the rest of the race.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
So I ended up with a drive-through,
Yep.
which was annoying because the car was quick, and I don't think I'd have caught Naveed. I think I would have caught Stephen and had a fight with him. But I never got there because I had a drive-through, so I didn't get to find out.
No, and it was you that got your braking point wrong when you stepped out from behind Simon, was it?
Yes,
It was an exciting moment for you, I think, Sam.
It was
Yeah,
it was a
and I did a
focusing
bit of a murder.
moment. You tried to murder Casper, but
Well,
I think he was all right
yeah.
in the end. To be fair.
I think he was fine,
Yeah.
and I apologise for that. And that was,
Yeah.
yeah. So I basically lost sight of the marker boards behind Simon,
Yes.
and then by the time I popped out to see, and I could see them, it was like already a marker board too late.
Yeah.
So I slammed on the brakes, and it was like there was nothing I could do to get out of the way. So I sort of just took as much as I could off it, and
Well,
yeah.
that was exactly
into
the
Casper.
conversation that myself and Alan had when we were watching it. I was saying I've done things like that and I've missed somebody else's brake marker. But
Yeah,
it was
you
the
see-
curb.
you see-
The curb
you-
turned you into him as well, which made the whole thing so
Yeah.
much worse. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was entirely my misjudgment, and I shouldn't have been there without knowing where the boards were.
Yeah.
But it was just like it happened to be where his car was that I just couldn't see it. So it was like a case of I was waiting and waiting and waiting, and then by the time I reacted to what Simon was doing, it was
Too
far too
late.
late to do anything. Yeah. So it's entirely my fault. I put my car in a stupid place, and those boards that like look really sensible because they're really nice up and up high and you can see them.
Yeah.
Actually, just disappear entirely if you're fighting a car in the wrong place.
Yeah.
So yeah,
useful,
it was.
useful thing then, isn't it, for distance markers?
It's not ideal, yeah. So 12 of the 15x I got were there was 2 before turn 3, and then 4x for smashing into Casper.
Yes. Yeah. And then a lovely
yeah.
drive of shame, which was it's always good, isn't
Yeah,
it?
drive of shame, and then I hit something. I'm not sure what I hit, but
Yeah.
I broke the car. And I was the last 3 or 4 laps were like wonky steering, but I was also like 10 seconds behind and ahead of the next car, so it sort of didn't matter.
Right, okay. I was going to say, I'm sure that's the thing that you hit was called Casper, but you're talking about something completely different.
It might. Yeah, no, you're right. It might be. It might have been Casper. I'm not sure.
Right, okay.
Because that I had already used the fast repair. I think.
Probably from the back of that RD Simsport car.
It
Yes.
was more fast repairs for elderly drivers.
Yeah. It's annoying because this was the track I am like good at, and I was actually quick, and then I absolutely messed it up.
Well,
Well,
evidenced
race.
by your qualifying and race 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just rubbish race 2 because I'm an idiot.
Well,
Maybe not.
idiocy aside, you're doing all right in the league so far, so that's good. Why
good
am I-
news.
I've got so many messages at the minute. It's unbelievable.
It's not used to be popular.
I don't know that they're all good. I'm
No, probably not. But at least
desperately trying to ignore them.
The ones from me
all
definitely
publicity is
aren't
good
good.
publicity, isn't it? Isn't that what they say? No publicity is bad publicity.
Well, they say that. It's not true.
Yeah, they're wrong.
They're very wrong. Yeah. But no, I was going to go and look at where we're racing next week because I haven't even bothered to look. We are racing at dun Oran Park
Oh,
That's a
crikey.
Yeah.
with 34 cars if everybody turns up again.
That
I think that's
sounds
just going to be
cozy.
everybody pushing
No,
each other around the track, right?
35. Spencer turned up, but too late to join in. So
Did
was
he?
just talking rubbish in our chat. Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yes.
Well,
This is
yeah,
the sort of track where Spencer does very well.
Wow.
it is
This is what we
actually.
need.
Yeah.
Another car out there with a super
yeah.
Things like Brands Hatch, where it's got technical turns and dead big straights. I just expect Spencer to win. I don't know why.
I mean, he was. We both did quite well in the IVRA when we were here.
All right, yeah.
And yeah, he probably would have been good. He was quite quick in practice. But then I don't know what happened. He wasn't here, and then he turned up later on and just started distracting us.
Cheering you on.
I don't think that's a fair reflection of what happened.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily supportive.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm surprised to hear you say that, Sam.
But motivational, right? Motivational.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways,
You
it
know,
was fun. It was
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Right, in that case, we will let you go and get remotivated with Spencer for next week's race. I think it'll be quite interesting. Oran Park with all this lot. Yeah.
Goodness me.
Oh dear,
Yeah.
there's nothing
We had
like
one
this
of our
track
mad
either.
tuning sessions there a couple of weeks ago. It's a delicious circuit, but
Are
there's
there-
not much elbow room.
Are there actually any straights on that circuit at all? Like proper
Well, there's that
straights where you're
thing,
not
there's
actually
the main
turning?
straight. It's about.
Is it straight?
It's about.
There's
As,
about-
well, it's,
Yeah, it's
Ish.
300 meters. Start finish
Yeah.
line's time.
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's it,
It's
though,
about as
right?
long as the pit road is
There's
here.
not much. Yeah.
Yeah. So you couldn't get more
It's
different.
technical.
Yeah, very,
No, you
very
couldn't.
technical. Yeah. Right. So we will let you go and do that. Anybody you want to shout out to? Obviously Spencer for his motivational speeches and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that was very helpful, and it definitely didn't cause me to cry through. That's great. Yeah, I mean, well done to Naveed, well done to Stephen. Like all my teammates, always great to hang out and just race, and great to see nice big grids again, and to you guys for always hosting and giving us something
Yeah,
to
it
watch
is
back
lovely to
tomorrow.
see those grids, son. It's lovely to see you here, and
Oh, it's
enjoyed
great,
your
isn't it?
racing tonight. As
Thank you
always.
very much.
Yeah,
And you.
as did I. Sam, please, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Cool.
Lovely
right.
Sam.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Next in, we'll do this in result order, shall we? So, next into the booth, we're going to bring Naveed Hussain. Good evening.
Yay!
Hey, guys.
So,
Yeah, good evening.
right, race. Let's talk about race one quickly before we get the champagne out. It's simulated champagne, so sorry about that. And thanks to your partner for letting you race, obviously.
Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. So, race one, you were playing rear gunner for quite a long time to Sam, and then stuff happened. You missighted a braking point as far as I could see it, and on the it's at the turn I think that we're racing towards on the replay at the minute. You had to take evasive action, exited stage right, rejoined nice and safely, but it put you down the field.
Yeah, that's it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I was just sitting behind Sam. He was quicker. Like it was clear, like he was quicker, and I thought, maybe I could just sit behind him, and if there's anybody attacking, he can kind of run away. And he was really quick, so I didn't want to start battling, and then we both dropped back. And yeah, I was so close to killing him. I was like, the second I hit the brakes, I was terrified. I was like, oh, that's us both out. And I just about got the car rotated past his rear bumper, and I was like, yeah. I was actually celebrating. I was like, yes, thank God. Yeah.
Did not kill him.
Exciting.
There was
Very
no murder
exciting.
done today.
Yeah. Imagine how annoyed he'd be at that.
And then you chose to just leap off the track randomly later on.
Yeah. What happened later on? I
I
forget.
don't know. We watched it and we were like, what? Why? We're not sure.
Oh yeah, no, I remember now. Yeah.
Go on.
No, I'm terrible. I can't drive. I don't know. I have a headache. I can think of a few more.
Yeah. Time of the month. Go with that one. Yeah. Just don't do that
I wish I could drive not as poorly as you do, Naveed,
Well, yeah.
to be honest.
But, I mean, Alan, do you wish that you could drive really badly and finish in? Hang on, where's the? I can't find the damn video now. There we go.
I think it was 10th.
Yeah, top 10. Would you like a top 10, Alan?
Like in this field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like a top 10 any field, but this one, I think you're looking at something slightly miraculous there.
Yeah.
Maybe a top 10.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, I know everybody in this field, and I know everybody who's at the back,
Yes.
and I know they're all faster than me.
I'd have been happy with the top 35 tonight, Alan. I really would.
That was a big grid this week. Really.
34 cars, yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah, it was very hectic out there.
Yeah. I think you did fantastically well. And then in race 2, of course, you started in 5th place. You got to the front. I thought you were going to be at the front, like, bang, straight away. But you had a little bit of a scrap with some other Audis along the way. Stefan held his own pretty brilliantly, to be honest, for quite a long time. But you eventually just slowly wore their will to nothing, and got yourself into those lead lap points and gained control of the race. Didn't gap the field by much. Did you just think, I've got 3 seconds, that I'm not going to risk this?
No, that was not. No, I was driving as good as I could, and to be honest, after race 1, I thought I had pretty good pace, and it just didn't transpire into the second race. Fair play to Stefan; he was super fair, and it was actually a good little battle. But yeah, I just didn't have amazing pace around here, which is bizarre because I really, if there was one track I would have penciled in to be really good for the Audi, it was this one, and it probably was. I just wasn't driving very well.
Oh, I don't know.
I demonstrated a couple of times.
I think you're doing yourself a disservice, matey, because you kept some very, very quick people behind you for 3 seconds, and you did it for a long way. Let me tell you, I couldn't keep those buggers behind me for half a lap.
It wasn't easy.
I
was pushing right the way through. There was no
you were driving very well.
You were.
To stave off Stephen, let me tell you, Stephen's a monster devourer. He loves to devour cars.
He
And,
does.
Yeah.
you know, if he could have caught you, he would have. And they couldn't catch you. And good on you.
Yeah.
I think you
Yeah,
had a
I
really
mean,
good night.
I think when I came out of the pits, I was 3.7 ahead of Steve, and then at the end of the race, it was 3.7 until I started wiggling around at the
Yes.
engine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it didn't
absolutely.
change at all. Like,
No, they couldn't pull
yeah,
you back, Navid. I mean, they were trying. You can guarantee that, and they couldn't pull you back. It was
No.
a spectacular piece of driving because we've seen those guys pulling people so many times. And yeah, well done to you, matey.
Yeah, they
Cheers.
just eat
Thanks.
tarmac. I was going to go with the danger, overly modest human approaching.
taking a leaf out of Stephen's book on that one.
Well,
On
no, he's not
Stephen's
modest.
School of Modesty.
He's not modest.
Yeah.
He's just very lucky. Very, very lucky. like 600 rabbits' feet in the back of that car.
There must be 2 men outside his house all the time.
Yeah, too right. Fantastic watching you race yet again. Oran Park is the next destination, and you can't get any more different. And I think that one is very much not an Audi track.
That was my favourite track out of all of them. I love Oran Park. So
Yeah.
hopefully
Ah,
it'll
right,
all
cool, excellent.
Yeah,
stuff.
fantastic.
Well said.
It's a great track. I love it. I love the little place. It's full of charm, and yeah. But
That's
how
pretty,
it's
yeah.
going to deal with this lot, I've no idea. I can't wait.
I know. It's going to be brilliant, I think. And if 34 turn up like they did tonight, that's going to be just ridiculous. But it'll be great fun for you. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and celebrate with some simulated champagne?
Yeah, of course. You guys organising the league as always. Thank you very much. Great commentary as always. Thanks to all my teammates. They all had brilliant pace today. It was good fun. And yeah, thanks to everybody watching. Cheers.
In that case, fantastic racing, highly entertaining, and we look forward to watching you next week. Naveed Hussain, everybody.
Yeah, well done
Yeah.
indeed. Well done, lad.
Such a nice guy. Such a
I just love our drivers, man. They're all absolutely sweethearts, aren't they?
They
They're just
are.
charming and intelligent people.
Yeah, couldn't be more right. Sorry, I'm concentrating far more than I should have to in order to click 2 buttons. You know, it's only 2 buttons, isn't it?
He's
After all,
clicking 2 buttons,
Uh,
but not at the same time.
simultaneously, I have to say.
Simultaneously,
Oh my god,
goodness.
yeah, absolutely. So, welcome to the booth. The most successful driver of the night, points wise, Stephen Walker.
Hola!
Hola, amigo. Hey, ¿cómo estás?
Well done.
So, lots of luck flying around in your direction tonight, really, isn't it? Naveed, luckily, got his braking point wrong in the first race and advanced you a position. In the second race, loads of people gave you luck. Loads of them. There's luck just flying into your car.
Well,
It's
so
unbelievable.
I mean, the luck was mostly in the first race because
Yeah, I'll give you
I think
that.
I was what 6th or 7th, and then everyone just started going off in front
Failing
of me
out.
until
Yeah.
I was second, and I nearly didn't get that. I had a 4 times and a damage from when Danny
Mills.
spun in front of me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dan Mills.
I thought I judged it right, but I didn't, and I'd smashed the front left of the car. So when I braked on the back straight, I nearly did a 360 no scope into the apex, and I just luckily kept Alex. I think it was Alex behind
It was,
me.
yeah.
He nearly outdrafted because I did damage. He nearly took me at the line. So
Right.
that race was lucky. The second race, I stayed out of trouble, and we called the strategy right. And then it was just I don't know whether it's a Honda thing or a me thing, but I couldn't get this car to go as quick as Sam and or Naveed
I think
or a
that-
few of the others. It
yeah.
I was really struggling.
Yeah, I
Like
would-
Danny was quicker than me.
Oh, right. Well, the
I
Audi
didn't
was
know
munching up
qualify.
the tarmac. It had to be said. It was picking it up and throwing it over its shoulder. But the other cars less so. The Elantra, I think, was a struggling pig tonight. It seemed that way anyway. I'm sure Simon, if he's in the chat, will tell us. But yeah, it's surprising that you say about the Honda because the Honda seemed quite strong.
It was well up the field, wasn't it? There was competitive performance
yeah,
from the
yeah.
Honda.
Yeah.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, it's not a bad car. I just think from slow corners onto a long straight, the speed has never been a massive thing. Like
No, I agree with that. Yeah.
I only bought this track couple of days after the last race. So basically, when there's a track where there's not very clear braking markers for me to hit like consistently, you kind of relying on little things on the floor, and there's not many on this track, and
Yeah.
so consistency was quite difficult, particularly when I thought my braking was really poor, but then when I was behind someone, I was braking earlier and nearly going into the back of them, and I was like, well, I thought I was terrible at this braking malarkey.
Yeah.
And normally that's a strong suit of me and the Honda. So I nearly took a few people out in that first race just by going into the back, so I had to adjust for that. And then when you're in clear air, you're then still braking at those points, and you're like, oh, I can brake a bit later, and then you brake later, and it's like, what are you doing? Why are you missing the apex by 6 miles?
Yeah.
Like,
How have you only just bought this track when your sign-up number is only 6 earlier than mine?
I just never bothered to race here before.
Really?
I was
Right,
like, there was one time, because you have to have this obviously to do the Indy 500, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'm going to do that. I managed to get my my C over license to be able to do it, and then for whatever reason, I was just
Never
like,
did it.
oh well, never mind. There was something that stopped me from doing it, and I was like, I'm going to have to buy the track. So, I don't know. Yeah, I just never done it. I was just like, oh, it's not on there, so I'm not going to buy it. I just think it was very rarely on the schedule, and now they've updated it. Obviously, it's on there a little bit more, so that's why I think.
Right. Okay.
Um,
No, that's cool.
All makes
Um,
perfect sense.
It
Yeah,
does.
and they got the rights back as well, or something, didn't they? So
They did. Yeah, that's right.
yeah, something to do with that for a while as well.
That
But
was more to do with Indy, as in IndyCar, as opposed to Indy the track. But yes,
Yeah.
same principle is true. But yes, next week we go to Oran Park, which is a nice little, as the late Bill Switzer used to say, flying fighter jets around a teacup. It's quite a tight track. It's nothing like this at all. It's technical all the way around the track, and then as we discussed earlier, 30 yards of a straight line over the start-finish straight. I think the Honda is probably going to be a lot stronger, and you might become fonder at Oran Park.
yeah, it's a track that I like. I've not done loads of races around it, but when I have, I've enjoyed it. Like you say, it's a very tight technical track, which suits me personally. And like you say, I think it will suit the Honda, but if there's 34 cars around there on the reverse grid, I'm really not looking forward to the first few corners. But that's why we do it. Race here. I'm due a bad race at some point. I think I've finished second in every race this season. I think.
Yes, you have. Yes, you are the most successful driver of all.
Yeah. So I mean, we're only 2 races into a 13 race meeting thing. So we'll see how it goes. Like I say, I like it. I hope to go well. We'll see how it goes, because when I like a track, I always go poorly. So.
Well, okay.
I hate Brands Hatch and died last season, but I did quite well. So.
Yeah. So, would our current reigning champion like to thank anybody before he goes and practices for the technical wizardry of Oran Park?
Yeah, obviously you guys for putting on the show. 34 cars, round number 2 on the track that isn't free, that probably a few people had to buy. So that's great. Shout out to you guys. My teammates for being cool and all that jazz. Everyone else we were racing, that was good fun. It was very clean from what I personally saw. Thanks for all abandoning the track in front of me in race 1. And yeah, just shout out to my brother for he had a bit of a tough time, but
he did all right in the end.
Yeah, he still finished in a good place in the second race.
Top 12 in the second race, yeah.
Yeah, which isn't a bad thing in such a long race. So.
You're kidding, aren't you? The people in front of him have got like 5 and 6 KI ratings. That's a score in my world. But yeah, great to see you racing with us. Always very, very entertaining. And Oran Park's going to be a feast for the eyes with you in that Honda. Stephen Walker, everybody, our current reigning champion.
Cheers,
Good night,
guys. Thank you very
Stephen.
much. Hasta la vista, baby.
Hasta la vista. Silly. Anyway, right, next up we will bring in feature race third place finisher Simon Trendle, previous multiple champion, and
Yeah.
V8s
Fresh
as
off his
well,
fantastic
and
driving on Saturday in the V8.
well, yeah,
Vincent
TCRs.
doesn't like it.
Sorry, say again.
He's saying I was brilliant driving on Saturday, but Vincent didn't like it. So
No, but you know that's a different story for another time. This is TCRs. What did you do in the first race? I can't remember.
Sixth, I think.
Sixth. Let me just double check that that's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for you. Absolutely right. The Elantra did seem to be the pig of the field, I think, tonight. It lacked the acceleration out of corners and top speed that the Audi's got. It lacked a little bit of turn that I think that the Honda's got, and definitely the Velocity's got in those 90-degree or plus corners. It seemed to be Mr. Average, but you seem to still be able to get it onto a podium position. So well done to you, sir.
yeah, I don't know. I haven't actually driven any of the other cars at all since they changed the tyres.
Ah,
a season
okay.
ago. So I have no idea if the Elantra's bad or not, and if I don't drive them, I don't know. So
Yeah, happy days.
and if you're saying that, then that means that I'm doing far better than I think I'm doing. So brilliant.
Oh no, I really think you are, because if you do a deep analysis, and I do, I'm a thinking boy, even though people don't think I think at all. Some people don't even think I can read. But if you really analyse the finishing order and see where Elantras are right now, they're not in the premium positions at the finish. That's not just because of the people that are driving them. It's because I think that the Elantra is ever so slightly the pig of the field on the choice of tracks that have come through so far. And at the end of last season, it was also, I think, quite true. So getting your car onto the podium tonight in the second race was quite a feat. The first race, you didn't qualify brilliantly, did you? But
No, I am struggling for consistency, and that means that in qualifying, I'm not getting the good laps in. I was 2 tenths off where I should have set a lap time, but I just duffed every single lap after my first one.
right, okay. So my
yeah.
statement wasn't unfair then. It was
No,
quite.
it was a bad qualifying, and the field was really tight because those 2 tenths would have gotten me into the top 8.
Well, we were
Absolutely,
saying
so-
the top 18 were covered by 1 second. That's unbelievable. That's ridiculous. But yeah, and in the second race, you were up 7 positions from your start. Some of those you, I suppose, would, in inverted commas, expect. But others were hard fought for. Casper Smirnoff gave you a bit of a fight. Carl Hardy gave you a fight. I can't remember whether you were fighting with Pete Newman for a while. I remember you were fighting with another Elantra. It was Jamie Jeffrey, wasn't it?
That was in race 1.
Oh, was that race 1? Sorry,
Race 1 I was with
sorry.
Jamie Jeffrey,
Yeah.
No, I didn't really fight anyone in that second race. I was in. It was all very tight at the start, and I somehow survived that. I don't know why, because everything just happened behind me, thankfully.
Well, that's the best place for it to happen, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, not in front of you. Yeah, and then I sort of just made up a couple of places, and I got to a point where there was like a pack of 4, and the V was in front of them all, driving off. I was like, okay, that's fine. Whatever. He's going to go off. I'm not going to catch him. And I was sort of in 2 minds whether to attack this pack of 4 in front of me, which I can't really do because it's going to take me all the stint to pick all 4 of them off anyway, or I can just sit here and save fuel and do that. And I started doing that eventually, and I wasn't really getting my nose into anything. And then they all started battling and just picking themselves off one by one. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll accept that. I was behind Casper, and then he pitted, and I was out in front. And then Carl, thankfully, in my tow, was quite happy to push me along the straight. So when I made mistakes into the last sector, because that last sector is an absolute nightmare for mistakes. You just brake a tiny bit too late, and you can't get the car turned in. Ugh. Horrible to go through that.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I think you've been doing a lot of quiet, consistent driving, Simon.
Yes,
You
I'm
keep
not-
turning
I'm
up
not
into
consistent
these
at the moment.
positions.
I'm making
Well, you keep
mistakes.
turning up, yeah. I'm sure if you were actually in your top form, you'd actually be finishing higher up. But it seems like you're still managing to get points, even if you're not feeling at your best.
Yeah, I am.
Right, being
basically
there and
turning up
thereabouts, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm basically turning up to these with the practice session and maybe like 20 minutes a day before, or before the session goes up, and that's about it. So I'm learning things. This track was quite interesting in practice because I was trying to force myself to drive the car how it wants to be driven now because I'm sort of figuring that out. But it's
Alan pointed that out earlier
have
in the
to-
race tonight that you
Yeah,
have you're getting the Elantra feel, if that makes sense.
You
You were
broke
away
there,
for a
yeah.
while, so yeah.
You get the car slowed down and you just hit the throttle sooner, and it feels weird, but it does work, and it's trying to not fall into the old habit and drive it like a V8 supercar because it's not a V8 supercar. 'Cause that's the car obviously I've mained for the last couple of years, so
Yeah.
it's not
So
like back in the old days of
successfully.
the old when it was just the Audi, where the Audi TCR was the car I drove mainly, and that was the one that I drove by default. So
Yeah.
yeah, I've got some pace in front wheel drive. I will find it again slowly.
Yeah, it's coming
Oh,
to
yeah.
you. We can see it. We can see it.
Yes.
Do you think
I
you're...
think you're right. I think the car's maybe not the pick of the crop this season, and I suspect if you were in one of the others, you'd be shown slightly better. But
Well, if that's true,
They're
I
there
will use
and
that as my excuse
thereabouts,
for every race
Simon.
where I suck.
I think there are tracks that the Elantra suits. We've just not
Yes.
found one yet. That's all. And I don't.
It's
But it's
Daytona
early
Oval.
days, isn't it? Very early days.
It
And look
is.
at what we've had. We've had a tight track. We've had Lime Rock, and now we've had this a bit more expansive. And now we're going back technical next week again.
And we know that it doesn't work on wet tyres. So there we go.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
After
Well,
after last week.
haven't they got like 600 patches that I've downloaded recently? Aren't they doing all sorts of things with that?
Oh no, I was talking about starting on race one last week on wet tyres.
Fair
and going
enough.
backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The track looks soaking wet to me, and then just
Yeah.
okay, I
Yes.
messed up.
Yeah.
But
No,
that's-
it's,
that was a
um,
lesson learned.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the education of having updates to racing simulators, isn't it? But yes, anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and practice for the ever so technical, as Alan pointed out, Oran Park next week?
Sam for the podium for taking out Casper. Thank you.
Yay.
I enjoyed that. Carl for pushing me along and not battling me and having dives at me when we were out in front and just finishing that, because it does slow you down having battles like that, and that just
Yeah.
worked out better for both of us, I think, because he wasn't that
Yeah.
behind me after the pits. And yeah, just everyone who turns up and you guys for doing the broadcast.
Awesome stuff. In that case, we will say thank you for the fantastic racing tonight to Simon Trendle, multiple previous champion in many of our leagues, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah. See you then, guys.
Good night, Simon.
Cool. Right. Next up, as long as he takes himself off mute as soon as he gets. Where's he gone? This happened last time. How can I not get him into the booth? There we go.
don't know.
Casper Smirnoff. Good evening.
Yeah.
Hello.
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 How are you doing? Is it all fun where you are? We'll go with yes. We'll go with yes.
Yeah.
So race one, where did you finish? You finished second in class, 8th on track, and had yourself quite an exciting race one. Lots of battling going on. You had PVG, Naveed Hussain towards the end of the race, of course, flying backwards past you. You gave Martin Shirley a run for his money. In the end, he finished about half a second ahead of you. But then in race two, you suddenly found quite an enormous amount of form. You made your way forward carefully. You got yourself some lead lap points when everybody in front of you decided to pit or crash. I think you got all 3 lead lap points. Kept it as clean as you could. Finished the race in 4th. Got yourself a podium in your own class. And mopped up good and proper. So, tell me, can you share some of that talent with me and Alan so that we can go racing as well as you do?
That would be handy.
It would, wouldn't it? I mean, just a spoonful for each of us. Just one little small soup song. You know when you've got, you know when you're baking and you've got those little spoon things, and one's like a cup and a teaspoon, and there's a little tiny one, right? A little tiny one. Just one of them, Casper. That'll do me. That'll do me.
It would not hurt me.
It would not hurt you, but it probably
no.
wouldn't help me because I
It would
actually need a
transform our
bucket.
driving performance.
It would. It'd be brilliant. So, Indianapolis, is it a track that you were already familiar with, or is this just you gelled with it very quickly? He's going to say he bought it an hour ago, isn't he? He's going to say something annoying like that.
No. I raced in the 6 hours.
Ah, okay, right, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, good.
That's-
I also raced that. I didn't do 6 hours though. There's a bit of
Yeah, me with my teammates also did like 3 hours because he disconnected.
oh no! You at least
Oh.
you at least
Oh.
want to drive it into a wall. You want to make it worthwhile. Take out half the field, something like that. Internet disconnects. They're not welcome here. Who are your
It was
teammates?
boring.
We want to hear names now. Names, Casper. Who are your teammates?
I won't. I won't tell you.
I love
Well
the-
done, Casper.
Yeah, well done.
Resist.
Yeah, yeah. No names. No
It's,
names.
we
Anonymous.
don't see this loyalty to teams and teammates
No, no. It's
all the
strange,
time.
isn't it?
And,
It's
well
strange.
done. And Apex, I do hope you're appreciating the
Yeah,
loyalty. of
Apex
Casper,
One,
because honestly,
We applaud
he's a
you.
fantastic driver for you. And not only that, he's utterly loyal.
Yeah, get yourself some bigger sponsors that pay lots of money. Anyway, so second race, talk us through it because you started in, I'm going to say 8th place, and you kept it pretty solid. You kept it out of the traffic. You did. Sam did try and murder you.
Yeah.
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 There was a police investigation team and everything. He, in the end, he said he missed his braking point by about a quarter of a mile, and then absolutely mullered you. But you rejoined. It didn't look like the damage was too much to affect your race. So that's
I was
welcome,
lucky.
isn't
I
it?
was lucky because I had some suspension damage, but it was really, really light.
Oh, okay, right. And did you manage to get that repaired during your pit stop?
No, because
Oh, it was after the pit stop.
afterwards.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got your lead lap points. You got to the front eventually with other people pitting. And Simon Trendle pitted in front of you, didn't he, and handed the lead over to you. And you kept your cool.
No, Navid
Oh,
pitted.
was it
in front of
Navid?
me.
Sorry.
Yeah, Navid.
Um,
Simon had lead after me.
That's right. Yeah, sorry. I'm very stupid. So if you can speak very slowly and in small sentences, small words, that works for me. It works for me. But yeah, you're very cool and calm leading a race. So I turn to a puddle of sweaty mess and get very nervous. You are very cool under pressure, aren't you?
It really depends.
Oh.
Here I was really cool because I knew that Honda is really, really fast on the straight.
Right.
Elantra doesn't have enough power to catch Honda on the straight. That was the main reason why I changed from Elantra to Honda.
Ah, okay. Right. Yeah. In that case, you've done a good
But
choice.
Simon's listening to that with interest.
I know, yeah. He's going, what? What? You're joking! Oh my god. So we go to Oran Park, which could not be more different to this. Do you know Oran Park?
I never raced there.
Oh,
I
excellent,
just-
excellent.
I just
We're gonna look
know
forward to this.
that there is a bridge, and I'm gonna try to attempt and cut it.
I've already tried that accidentally and on purpose, and it doesn't work. And I tried it in a V8 several times. I've never been successful yet.
It's a cracking circuit, but
it's lovely.
it's not what you call roomy.
No. It does remind me of a track that no longer exists that we used to race on R Factor called Gingerman, which is another Australasian track, which was great fun. But apparently that's a housing estate now, so never mind.
Just like
Right to
Oran.
Oran.
Yeah. So, Oran Park, are you looking forward to that, or have you no idea what you're facing?
I have really no idea. I just know it's technical track, and I really like technical tracks. So
Oh, right, okay. Well, think centripetal circuit with right-hand turns. There's not that many, but there are some. So, anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and celebrate your class victory and your 4th place in the second race, as well as your 8th place and 2nd in class in the first race? Who are you going to shout out to?
man.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so Casper's just been dumped, Alan, because he didn't thank his partner. I did that.
Oh.
If you remember, I did that. So
Yes,
you
I
know.
do.
Oh, I was not dumped. She was watching.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So
Yes, no, good on her as well.
yeah,
We
good on
have
her.
apparently she's a staunch supporter, and it's lovely to have her in the audience. And yeah, we like this loyalty of people
Yeah, we do.
following their drivers and their teams. It's great stuff.
She needs to get on the chat and like throw
Yes,
insults
you'd be
at
very welcome
Casper
to say
and
hello,
stuff.
pop
Yeah,
in and
yeah.
say hello.
Yeah, yeah. Take some pictures, put them in the chat of Casper when he's racing. You know, a deep concentration face. That's always fun. But yeah, so yeah, we look forward to seeing you racing at Oran Park next week. It's always brilliant having you in the interview room. You are such a fantastic person to have in our leagues, and we wish you all the best for that race, Casper Smirnoff.
Thank you, guys.
Well done,
Good
Casper.
night.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, lovely man.
Absolutely fantastic bloke. He can get interviewed 3 times each race. We'll leave. Well, should we leave like Stephen and Sam out next time?
No, we will not.
Oh, what? Okay, fair enough. You're the boss.
Well, these are my compatriots. I spend hours with these people.
Yeah.
And, I care about them.
Yeah.
We're brothers.
Absolutely. One of your brothers is in the booth now. Chris Dixon. Good evening.
Good evening.
Evening.
Hello.
Hello.
So you're having a good time tonight.
Sorry?
Yeah.
So, race 1 did not go necessarily to overall plan. 28th overall. You finished just, and I mean just behind Fiona.
Ooh,
That was
curb looks
that,
uncomfortable.
that curb did look like it rearranged some fill-ins in his teeth. And then in the second race, 30th.
Yeah. Bad.
Talk us through your races. What did you struggle with this evening?
Oh, our first race was fantastic. The last 5-6 laps, there was me, Fee, Dave. Well, Dave was just ahead of me. Andy and Daryl, all battling for a good 4 or 5 laps. And I was in front. Dave was in front of me, then me, then Fee, and I backed them up. And Daryl caught us up, and I was defending for a good few laps, and Fee couldn't get past. And then Andy got past, and then defended against Andy, and like you say, Daryl caught up, and we just had a good battle, swapping the positions a little bit, and then I got pushed out wide. It was a bit of a Formula One stock car manoeuvre, I think, and they all got past me, and then that was it. We had a good battle to the flag, really, yeah. And I was happy because it come off with 0x.
Oh, wow. Good God,
yeah,
really?
Well done, matey.
You are the only one. You are the only one.
Only in race 1, though.
Oh, fair enough.
Obviously, you saw what happened in race 2.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw what happened, but I had crew chief telling me there was nobody on the left, and there was 3 wide, and I was on the left-hand side, and there was nobody alongside me, and then all of a sudden I got a nudge just as we started to brake, which shot me into the back of Daryl.
Yeah.
And then it just spun me into the wall. So
Yeah.
I just stood on the brakes. I thought, don't hit. I could see all the cars turning, and I thought I was just going to spear them straight through and wipe everyone out.
No, you got stopped though. Yeah, you got stopped.
Yeah.
Just the engine was gone. So
Oh God, really?
well, it was still going, but it wouldn't go very quick. So it was smoke everywhere, and I just trundled on round the pits.
See, I thought when I drive, I thought the smoke was standard. I thought that came with the car. Is that not right? No.
I don't think it's compulsory, Pete. I don't think it's compulsory.
It happens quite often with me as well, so it might be.
Yeah. I thought that was just as standard, like aircon, wing mirrors, things like that. Smoke, yeah. Tick, yeah, that'll do. But hopefully you had a lot of fun along the way. Obviously, that's not the way you want to start a feature race, is it? Getting moved out.
That was it. It sort of ended the race because off round into the pits, and then I think I was 23 seconds behind the leader, in front of the leader. So I was just counting it down till I was caught, and luckily, actually, the first one dived in the pits and give us another couple of laps before I had to get out the way.
Yeah.
And then it was just once one catches you, you've just got to let them go.
We saw some very careful letting people through though. Chris. It was nice driving. It was good to see.
Yeah, the only one I got in the way of was Pete Newman.
Right. Okay.
It sort of said I'll stay to the left, and he expected me to stay at the left and keep going, and I lifted off, and he nearly hit me.
Okay. Yeah.
I lifted off a little early going down the straight, and but other than that, it was all right, and that was just damage limitation. So I think I got 5x in the second race on the first corner, and then nothing after that. So.
Right. Okay. So yeah, I mean, as long as you had fun, that's why we're here. This is a fun pastime, or that's what it's supposed to be. I know there's a lot of people take it very, very seriously, and you know, if that's what people want to do, then that's up to them, and that's fine. I just hope that they enjoy that aspect of it as well. Oran Park is next. Have you raced Oran Park before?
I believe so. Which we were just discussing that in the interview waiting room, and we couldn't remember which one it was. So, but I'm pretty sure I've raced it before.
Right. Okay. Yep. Well, hopefully it'll come back to you pretty quickly. It's quite a technical track, but anybody
was learning.
Yeah.
It's an easy one to learn, isn't it? You know, it's pretty straightforward, but it's technical.
It is.
Yes, I do remember it. There's quite a bit of elevation change in there.
There's lots.
First in downhill going round left, and then you've got that real short left-hander. That's where everybody comes to grief, isn't it?
It is.
Starts off the lap beautiful.
Yeah, in a big pile.
Can't wait to see 33 TCR trying to get around that bloody corner next week. Goodness me, that's
going to be fun. Which one is? Which one is it you're on about, Alan?
Which turn?
Yeah.
Turn 2. The first turn.
The
first turn's just like a little tiny kink.
There's a kink turn 1, then it's Coca-Cola corner, I think.
It is.
It tightens on itself and then under the bridge.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, and me and Fee got the right track then.
Yeah, that's the one they did. It's lays waste to many a high hope, that corner does. Especially like when people have got cold tyres and they're in a bunch.
Yeah, 10, 9, 10, 11 as well, just before the last corner there. You can make.
Last corner, it's just... we were there a couple of weeks ago. No, in fact, it was last week. We were there on Sunday. We went there on our Sunday league.
I've never done it in a TCR, but I've done it in the Clio, I think.
Right, yeah.
I should know. I should be able to learn the track pretty quick.
It's straightforward. Yeah. It's going to be exciting, though. It's going to be cosy and crushed.
Yeah, it's a very tight track. So, yeah, with the TCR, it's going to be some action, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Well, anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and start your practice for Oran Park?
Yeah, just yourselves again, and everyone, all of you, and obviously all the drivers. They're all do a good job. So, yeah, look forward to next week, and just thanks to everyone.
Awesome. In that
Thank
case,
you, Media.
See you next time, Chris Dixon.
You will do. Good night.
Night.
Good night, Petal.
Right, next into the booth, we shall bring in... I can't press any buttons again. I'm terrible at this. Fiona Siddons, good evening.
Oh,
good evening.
I'm in shock now.
I know, one position earlier than normal.
Yes. And the wrong car on the picture.
Well, I've not done that bit yet. You can't expect miracles, Alan.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, there you go.
Pink. Look, we've got two pink cars. Very nice.
I know. We've got Jason in the background there. So, Fee, in the first race, you were 5th in class, 27th on track, ahead of Chris, slightly, and I mean slightly behind Darryl, by 0.1 of a second.
My word, that was close, isn't it?
Tighter than a duck's bum, tighter than a submarine door. And then in the second race, much better, 24th overall. I think you were like 3rd in class. Is that right?
24th overall. That's a good result, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I was happy with 24th.
Yeah. I mean, it takes some getting to, doesn't it? It's you've got quite a field these days that are either in and around you or passing, because let's face it, some of these guys are super fast. How are you getting on with the larger fields? Because we went through a few seasons where there were not nearly as many cars as this. We've gained in popularity. Talk us through your races.
Race 1 was brilliant fun with Chris and Andy. And then Darryl caught us up and we had a battle between the 4 of us. I made a mistake, lost out, dropped behind everybody, and then got Chris before the end. Race 2, picked up a load of X's in race 2 because I had, especially on lap 1, a load of 4 X's.
Yeah, it was very cosy, wasn't it?
Trouble was, I was enjoying the battle too much to care about 4 X's and 2 X's and whatever. It was okay, so just rack a few X's up and enjoy the racing, which is what it's all about, really.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and you didn't get a drive-through, did you?
No.
Yeah, and there was drive-throughs around tonight, so
Yeah.
well.
Occasional ones featured along the way. Any standout moments for you this evening?
I think the most standout moment was that race 1 battle with Andy and Chris and Darryl.
Yeah, that's what Chris said. He said that was a lot of fun.
We had a load of 0x contact going through corners side by side, but it was all good fun.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
That sounds ideal, to be honest. It sounds like a very good reason to turn up and race, because that's getting together with your buddies on the racetrack, cheek by jowl, rubbing shoulders. There you go. That's exciting, and it's a lot of fun, and it's why you're here.
Yeah, and
Well
you've
done.
got
My first 4x in race 2, I said to Andy and Chris on the grid, just watch for Miguel coming through because he'll be fast. And got to turn 1 and had side-by-side contact with him myself.
Right, okay.
Warned everybody else and then ended up getting contact with him myself.
Right, okay. Well, that's just a kind of faux pas of the situation, isn't it? Oran Park is the next destination, which is completely different to this track. Do you foresee any issues going around Oran?
It's a tricky little track with these, but it's good, brilliant fun to drive. So I think it should be all right.
Right, okay. Which is...
Well, he's right.
Yeah.
It is a fantastic track. But yeah, it's going to be close quarters and intense. I suspect we had that intensity last week, didn't we, Fee? With it was close quarters at Lime Rock, and I think we're going to have that same kind of intensity.
Yeah, I do as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
And harder corners.
Yeah.
Congratulations on this evening, because this isn't this isn't an easy track to navigate round with the technical corners. There's plenty of room on it. In terms of track width, but that doesn't mean anything, does it? When there's only sometimes one line.
5 wide.
Well, we had that at one point, or more than one point actually. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, you guys for the stream, everybody who does the work in the background, and everybody that races with us, and everybody watching.
Awesome stuff. In that case, we will let you go and start your practice for Oran Park, and we look forward to seeing you race there. Fiona Siddons, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Fee. Well done.
Next and last into the booth, in a dramatic... Oh, what have I done there? I've put him in Air Smart Racing. Give me a second. No, I've put him back into the interview room, and he's wondering what the hell's going on. And now he's in the live booth. Good evening to Andy Littler.
Yay!
Good evening, Ken.
Yeah, you
Got here in the end, anyway.
You had a little
How
journey.
did you enjoy your excursion?
Yeah, it was a little journey around the planet because I'm rubbish at what I do. How are you getting on with the Audi?
Loving it.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely loving it. Yeah.
Talk us through that then, because don't all your first 4 gears get you to like 10 miles an hour, and then the last 2 get you to the rest?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I don't know if you spotted my start in the second race, but
No.
it was like being on a rocket ship.
Oh, really? Right, nice.
Yeah, I must have gone past about 6 cars, and then everybody held up in front, and I was like, ah!
Well,
So,
it sounds
it's
like you
fun.
had good fun, yeah.
Yeah.
Race 1, where did you finish in race 1? You did all right, didn't you? Fourth in class. 25th overall, top of the work guard listing. In the second race, you were second in the work guard team. Fiona was a few positions ahead of you. But, you know, when we saw you going through with other cars coming through the field or competitive, you know, with the people around you, because Max was around you quite a lot tonight, wasn't he? And Daryl in particular, in both races actually. You know, you've got some new guys to race against. Does that give you any new challenges?
Yeah, mainly because you don't know where they're going to break and things like that. I mean, I know that's the same for everybody, but yeah, until you learn what people are doing, it's a bit you're a bit tentative, aren't you? So
Yeah.
it's yeah, but it was good. It was good. There was a couple of door banging things, but that's TCRs, isn't it? Hey, sorry to Arnu, by the way, because he I didn't think he was going to cut in as much on that corner, and I braked and I just couldn't stop.
Right. Okay.
Clouted into him. So
Yeah.
I have apologised in the chat.
No, I've seen that just now, and Arno has messaged me as well. So yeah, hopefully you two can talk it through. We'll look forward to you all racing again next to one another at Oran Park next week. Which brings me on to the next point, which is the Audi is good out of corners and good with top end speed. Once you get there, you know, first four gears in the first 10 yards, and then the last 2 gears over the next 16 miles. Oran Park doesn't do that for you, does it? It's
No.
It doesn't have a straight, really.
No, short burst.
So at short bursts, how do you think the Audi's going to fare there?
It'll probably struggle a bit there, won't it? But we can change a few bits on it. I messed about a little bit with my brake bias today, from qualifying to actually doing the race.
Right.
It made a massive difference.
Oh, right.
So,
Okay. Good.
the turning was a lot better, and we're going to be practicing. The guys have been brilliant with me recently, Pete and Carl, obviously. Give me little pointers, which is helping probably my car control more than anything. And
you're driving really well, Andy. You're having a really great time, mate. Your driving's just improving hand over fist all the time.
Yeah.
I felt quite chuffed in that second race when I was up sort of in the mid-pack, really. I think I got up to 12th at one stage when a few people went into pits.
Yeah.
But I think before that, I think I was up to 19th.
Yeah.
Just racing everybody and a couple of overtakes in it as well. So
yeah, no, you should be happy with yourself because you're doing very well.
You are.
You've picked your game up this season.
The Honda seems to suit you better. I don't know.
The Audi.
Sorry, the Audi over the Honda is what I was.
I don't know if you remember when I first did the TCRs with you guys. I was with the Audi in safeguard colours, I think. First race I ever did.
Oh, right. You're going back now, though, aren't you? You're expecting me to have a memory. I have no memory. I'm like Dory, you know.
Well, everybody was an Audi in safeguard colours at one time, weren't they?
Yeah. So I did have a little blast on it 2 seasons ago, I think. And I don't know. Something's definitely changed with it. It feels
it
a
wasn't
lot
the same
better.
car. It wasn't the same car 2 seasons ago, was it?
No.
The only person that was driving it was Stefan.
True. Literally for a season, he was the only Audi, or 2 seasons, I think. He stuck with it, and it's paying off for him.
It's come round. It's rounded.
Yeah.
PPG's doing well in it as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think a lot of people are doing well with it this season. It's been the outstanding car, I think, in a lot of ways. Well, so far, because I think it's a bit track specific as well. We'll find out more next week, won't we?
Yeah, there's going to be
circuits that suit it and some that don't, aren't they? Same with
Yeah.
every car, but
Absolutely.
yeah,
Oh.
I'm quite pleasantly surprised how
Yeah.
well I'm getting on with it, shall we say? So.
Yeah, I'm pleased for
No,
this
that's
one,
good.
dear. And
Yeah.
the car looks beautiful. That
Yeah.
it's
Oh.
just gorgeous. The paint looks
The work
fantastic.
guard paint's good, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
it looks
it's
Thanks
great
to
with the
Roger
fairy
Morton.
colours. Yeah.
Cool. In
Hey,
that
well,
case,
Well, you know, she's have we delivered yet?
Well, I've not
I
seen
don't
any
know.
message yet. No.
So we're still in the sweaty stage. Oh goodness
Yeah.
me, I'm
Yeah.
not sure I can handle it. To be honest, I need to drink more whiskey. Can we hurry up?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I'm just checking the chat actually and seeing if there's any mention of a cigar, but apparently not.
No,
In that case,
not
we
there
will we will ask you anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go.
Well, special thanks to Pete Van Girl and Pete Newman for the assistance they've given me in the practice sessions that we've been piling in. Carl for hosting them. You guys for the stream. Do a fantastic job, and even my mates now are starting to watch it and say that's good.
Right. Okay.
And Gary's back. I've seen Gary Walsh back in the
Yeah,
chat.
yeah, in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to start racing again soon. So.
Oh well, hopefully we can welcome him into the fold.
Yeah.
In that case, we will let you go and start your practice for Oran Park.
Thank you very much.
Always good to have you in our leagues, and look forward to seeing you racing there.
Yeah,
Andrew
thanks, gents.
Littler.
Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Cheers.
Andy, darling.
Right.
Cool. Right. Let's have a look down the field, Alan, and see who are the candidates for our driver of the meeting.
Oh, cracking.
Oh, so
You're
Stephen
missed,
Walker.
matey.
Yeah, Stephen Walker, probably the most consistent man of the night, with 2 second places. You can't really overlook that because that's pretty spectacular. Next most consistent driver that I can see is probably Pete Newman. He got a 4th in the first race and a 6th in the second race. Kept his nose clean the entire time. Did very, very well. Very, very solid performance. I would say that Carl Hardy was up there, but his first race performance wasn't fantastic, really, by his own measure, in the fact that he finished 11th and outside of his own class podium. Casper's done all right in the second race. Can you say that 8th and 2nd in class is good in the first race? I think you can. And for me, it's a fight between Stephen Walker and Casper. I am going to go...
What about Dan Mills?
Dan Mills finished right down the bottom of the field in the first race.
I know, but look at that drive-through he did.
I
And look at
know.
Miguel. Look at the drive-through that Miguel did.
Yeah, you are right. Absolutely right. Dan Mills up 25 positions in the second race. Miguel Freitas up 22 places in the second race. It can't be overlooked. It was so professionally driven by the pair of them. And they finished 7th and 8th in that second race. Literally chasing each other through the field. And through the field they really did go. But I think I am going to have to go with Mr. Lucky Consistency. He's on the screen right now. Stephen Walker. That was a very polished performance. Alright, he's not got a win, but he's got more points than everybody else tonight. And sometimes that's what wins you leagues. And he's done it with panache. He's done it with control. He's done it with skill. No luck in my book for that performance. So well done to Stephen. You're getting my vote.
Right, you said all the people I mean, yeah, a lot of people deserve a mention. Paul did great. PVG did great. We've had a lot of pleasure from our drivers tonight. They've performed, and well, we've had some really great racing. So, but I think it's long overdue that I gave Anthony his due, because he's won his class yet again, and he keeps doing it, and he's well earned a tick in the box from me. He's been a fantastic driver, and he keeps winning his class, and because he's down the bottom, I don't give him the notice that he should. So I'm very happy to give him my vote for tonight.
No, that is actually a really, really well-placed vote. So in the first race, he finished top of his class in 18th. In the second race, he finished top of his class in 17th. I have completely skipped gaily past that entire conversation. That is actually brilliant. well done, Alan, for spotting that and calling it out. Because sometimes it's easy to focus on the guys at the top of the table, isn't it?
It is. Well, they get the camera time. It's understandable. They're at the front of the race.
Well,
but
yeah.
there's 3 races going on.
Absolutely.
And Anthony keeps performing week in, week out, turning up and doing great racing. Yeah. Thanks to him, and I'm very pleased to give him that as a bit of recognition tonight.
I feel suitably humbled by your words of wisdom there, because that is excellent. In that case, we shall bring this broadcast to a close here at Indianapolis Road Course for the second week of this 18th season of the TCR Challenge Cup from BSTV. And we will welcome you again, this time 1 week from now. It will be Sam Boozin and Alan, because I am away on business. And we will look forward. I will look forward to watching the replay of it, or the broadcast live if I'm able to do so. It's been a wonderful experience here at Indianapolis. Thanks to all the viewers, thanks to all the racers, and thanks to you, Alan, for everything that you've done for tonight, and humbling me with the Anthony Hilton call out.
Not humbling you at all, my dear. You do a fantastic job, and we won't be here without you.
Well,
Simple
maybe.
as that.
Yeah, let's see how that goes. See you later, folks. We'll see you next week. Enjoy life and stay safe.
Yes, indeed. And I will echo that. And it's been fairly hectic tonight, but I can't imagine what it's going to be like in that cramped little Oran Park with its delightful, twisted little. Oh goodness me, it's going to be fun. See you there, my friend. Hit that big chord. Dong.